No, screw you, Liam. I'm a free soul.
Oh wow, that's the first thing anyone hears. No, screw you, Liam. I'm a free soul. Perfect. The best intro ever. We don't need any intro after that one, do we? Does anybody want to do the catch-up this week? Because this is Mokhul episode 27. Does anyone want to do catch-up at 26?
I thought we all agreed Todd was doing that every week from now on.
Yeah, I agreed.
We can't. We
Should have
can't
at
do
least
it.
5 minutes warning.
Yeah, we can't do it to him every week. We got to have a little bit of a break.
Why not? I mean, we're literally like laughing for 10 minutes after. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, well, Todd can do it occasionally, every few sessions, but nothing else. So anyone else want to help me here?
Nothing else.
Does anyone want to help me do this catch-up?
I will chime in, but I feel like you should take the reins.
So we started with the group having a short rest atop the temple, and then they decided to descend into the Jade Temple, inhabited by the Mirror tribe of the Yuan-Ti. They broke in, immediately started combat with a bunch of Yuan-Ti, and Captain Sefki, a Yuan-Ti who had beads of fireballs that she used to great effectiveness on the group, lobbing them like grenades until the group managed to break into the area where she was, which was like a sewage pit, and you guys killed her. I think you looted a wand, which currently you haven't unidentified.
Oh yeah, she had beads in a wand, didn't she?
Yes, and then you guys headed westward, following the stream of sewage, and found a kind of like exit where it like descends into the earth. Here, Macra decided to chuck Chester in for some bizarre reason, you know, being a bully and all of that. And Chester encountered a moving mass of reeds inside this pool, decided to retreat. Macra got closer and was attacked. A shambling mound burst out, trying to ambush you all, but you managed to push it back, collect some coins. You tried a pincer movement after that on a bunch of Yuan-Ti behind a door. It failed, because you realised that the other corridor didn't lead at all to the Yuan-Ti that was behind the door, but led to a wicker basket, which, after a bit of deliberation, you guys decided to just open, and a void snake came out. Gave you a bit of clues of what's going on in the void, and then offered to sell you some of his wares.
Yeah, dungeon loot.
Yeah, you'd be collecting jade coins that were around the necks of the Yuan-Ti. His name was Aphamon, and he spoke like this, and he said that you could spend the jade coins on any of these items, and ethereal items appeared on the shelves. Xerxil pleaded with the group, and you were allowed to buy a ring of spell storing, and then you headed further into the Jade Temple, heading up a staircase, and were bargained with by Lady Jade, the Gorgon queen of the Mirror tribe. However, Macra just booted the door down, decided to burst in, was immediately knocked to zero, and a fierce fight ensued, where Chester and Macra nearly died, and
several times.
Chester then turned on his own heels and became a heel bot, keeping the group up as they began to fall. Alongside Grildar's tactics, everyone was kept safe, and Lady Jade was ultimately defeated. And as she fell, we ended the session there, just after you had defeated Lady Jade. Oh, and her personal guard, who you never caught the name of. However, we begin right now, as Chester has fallen to one knee, taking deep breaths. He is pained. Chester, you feel an intense amount of pain all over your body, where the jade kind of force rushed past you. Macra, bruises, cuts, black eye, nose slightly twisted, mouth filled with an iron coppery taste, and Xerxil sitting against one wall, holding some wounds that he pulls a massive arrow out of one of his side. The Gorgon herself has, on first notice, a very fancy mantle of sorts, kind of glittering with all the colours of the rainbow, wrapped around her shoulders and dangling down her back.
Question, you mentioned the pincer maneuver. That's because we opened a door at one point on the right, and then we saw a large creature. And then we come and went and shut the door. We didn't fight that again yet, did we?
We didn't. It was one of the abominations.
Yeah. Well, you killed its fire snake, which did actually get out.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise that large creature was one of the abominations. Fair enough. But yeah, we killed it. So she wasn't meant to have two abominations, but the other one retreated and was with her in that last fight.
Yeah. So there was two. But yeah, of course.
How
Okey-dokey.
are you all feeling? I could whip us up in no time. I'm a healer
Could you
now.
move us to the map, Liam? Or are we purposely keeping us on the world
Oh,
map?
no, I'll move you over. Sorry,
Thank you.
guys.
That's completely alright.
I will ping you as well.
So what, Chester? You actually pulled through quite well there, mate. Don't probably think we'd have made that through.
Yes, I reek of success. Or shit, one of the two.
It's a good mixture. It's working for you.
How are we all now? Are we better? Are we worse?
Better for having survived, but feeling quite rough. I'm going to need some rest.
Perhaps I can do some help in the short run.
Well, I think the best help might be to get out of here soon and then have a sit down, but anything you can do in the meantime is more than welcome.
I'm gonna pass out motherfucking drinks to everyone.
Oh, you're going with the happy hour.
Yeah, this is my last one because I've
Okay,
got
so
a plan of power
do me
anyway.
a favour and roll me 8d6.
Now she's dead. I can't imagine there's going to be much else that'll fuck with us in here. Well,
Okay, so the way this works is
she's got.
you give out the healing in pairs. So the first pair is 6, the next pair is 2 healing. So you can give healing out like that.
Why is it 8? Like it's 10 turns of 2d6, so it's
Yeah,
20?
but he's already rolled the first 2.
Yeah,
So another 10d6 after this.
Oh wait, yeah, shit, it's 20, isn't it? sorry. Yeah, roll another 10d6.
Yep. I thought it was more OP last time I used it.
Yeah, so. Alright, so as I
this
said,
quick maths. Who's looking worse?
I'm
you
at 21 out of 85.
you feel absolutely fucking horrendous. I will be up.
28.
Yeah, if someone could hook me up with Grildar's sick idea. Let's go with. I'll take. Hang on. I'll take 20.
That's not a thing in 5e.
And then. If you guys. Take. Oh, fuck. Everyone's got so much more hit points than I do.
Yeah, you're a bard, trust me. My level
Little
16
bitch.
bard only has 89 or something.
Right, Grildar, take 9, 14, take 17, Makra, take 13. Just wait, I'm not gonna do some mad maths. Gwendeth, take 14.
Sweetness.
Xerxil's like, what about me?
Ah,
That sounds like.
forgot you were there, Xerxil. My sweet, sweet steed. Perhaps I can whip you up with one of these. I'll start lathering my hands up. These are all my spells, though.
No, he makes a slight, I don't know, growling sound, kind of like a low.
Tingly spice.
Yeah, tingly spice. I don't know how he speaks, but you know. Okay, so
Tingly spice.
is there anything you guys would like to do up here? You so far you haven't been in the throne room.
Yeah, I would like to just thoroughly stab her like another 100 times. Sorry.
Yeah, don't you stab her?
No, don't ruin the body.
Just the head, perhaps.
Off quite a bit.
You realise
All the red.
she's got quite tough hide, but you're just stabbing through. Yeah, she's dead.
Lop her head off with my bastard sword. I want that as a trophy.
Can you make a survival check?
Oh, where the fuck's our ranger? Did he come?
No. Why would he?
I thought he followed us out. Maybe I think he did actually. I think he helped us get here.
Yeah,
He
but
was
now he's
pissed.
and then he disappeared.
How's your survival, Makra?
3, but my phone character she's not loading.
Same.
Okay.
You can help him if you want.
Right, sure. Right, you hold the head. Tell me when to go.
I'll go for it.
Alright, so Macra, you can write down in the party loot or in your own loot, you have a Jade Gorgon head. It is big, So imagine, like, where Geralt carries those heads along on his
horns.
they're like that. It's about that big. You have to
Nice.
kind of either hold it, strap it to your belt, or put it over your shoulder.
Put me off
Will it
tilt.
fit into the bag of holding?
No, not to the opening of it. No.
Good.
It's in the party list. I'll strap it to my side or into my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
When you're quite done, perhaps we should look down here for various treasures.
I don't know if there's anything else in here. Fuck with us, mate. Just
Grilda,
Yes.
you notice that as Makra swings with his bastard sword, cuts straight through the head, gets a nice clean cut. You notice that despite it being struck, the mantle does not take any damage. It's not cut. It's
The
not frayed.
mantle?
The mantle that she was wearing, the rainbow-coloured mantle.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, we'll want to be taking that with us. Let's see what else she has that might be recoverable.
yeah, search a corpse.
All
We
right,
can see if her armor or her weapons are in any way useful for us.
all right, you make investigation checks. So can you, Chester, if you're looking around the room?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
really?
ask for someone to help me. So
I'll search
if someone will help me, then can
Mm-hmm.
hopefully get a 20 if someone's decent enough.
I'm assuming Grilda's helping you. You've been helping each other.
Macro is helping Grilled deer.
Okay, so Grildar and Makra investigating the Gorgon corpse. You find that she has a girdle wrapped around her upper arm underneath her pauldron, like a kind of upper arm bracelet made of jade.
Yep.
It's and also in the sides of her cobra's hood, she has 18 jade earplugs. You know, the type of things that Aztecs would have worn, like the piercing stretchers that spread down.
Right, yep.
They're all made out of jade.
Okay. Does the girdle seem in any way magical?
It's covered
Hard
in
to tell?
runes. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
So what have we got
Right.
so far? 18 JD plugs. Is there anything else? Or
Also, the jade breastplate she's wearing, but it's for a large creature.
okay, if we sell it the fucking sneaky boy, I don't give a shit. Jade breastplate.
She has a ring
Yep.
with a
Are you
jade.
narrowing this all down, Curtis?
Yeah.
It's a ring with a jade stone embedded in it. The jade stone has a rune. Looks like a kind of slightly glowing blue rune frozen in the center of it inside.
She's really sticking to that Jade theme.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's called Mistress Jade. I mean, or Lady Jade, whatever.
I'm impressed with the dedication, is all.
So ring with jade stone with blue rune. So
Mhm.
I'll put magical so we can identify it later.
Okay.
Obviously magical.
And that's all you find on her. However, Chester Decker, sir, investigating the room, and with a 20, you look through these massive urns, smell a bit foul, look behind the pillars, and then finally your search brings you to the throne, the large kind of blue stone throne that she's got. It's made out of what looks like some translucent crystal. Inside, there's veins of jade running through it. And you go, as you step up on it, about to pose, you hear a hollow thonk beneath your heel. Reach down, using the quill rapier, quill flute or the quill rapier, whatever it's called. You manage to lever up the base, like where you would sit, and it's about maybe 6 to 7 inches deep, and it's filled with coins.
Beautiful.
Are they Jade coins?
Is it a lot of jade coins?
They're not jade;
Ooh,
Oh.
what are they?
they are platinum.
Oh my gosh. I will I'll see if there's anyone around me and I'll start scooping some into my
You
bag.
little bastard. I was just
All right, so how much are you going to scoop into your bag?
As much as I can before people realise.
Please tell me Gwendef's close to eye by.
Roll a sleight of hand check to see how many you can sneak in.
This
I've got
is gonna go-
16 passive perception, so
I know.
there's a chance that at some point I would hear, but probably I wouldn't immediately react because I would just think that he's looting.
All right,
I
so
don't think Gwendeth notices
no.
jack
All right,
shit.
so eventually you manage to smuggle 35 platinum pieces before Grildar kind of begins, obviously, walking around the corner after doing his looting. And Grildar, you do hear a slight chink of coins.
Good! Good man. You would not believe what I have found here.
What have you found?
Look at all this platinum! For us! The party loot, as it were.
Right, yes.
How many are left, Liam?
Well, you've just managed to collect about 35, but as Grildar walks in, you begin counting there. It says 116 left.
Shit me. Right. 116 onto there. That's 236 platinum pieces. We
Look
are
at this.
currently in. Actually, we've got more than that, 'cause we've got some down here as well. Oh, that's 3 pieces there. I'll get rid of them.
You see, this is what you get when you add Chester Decker to your group. Wealth beyond means.
But
Yes,
how is,
that's good. Have you found anything usable in here other than currency?
It would appear not. Just this for the moment. It took my eye. Must be a stash.
Yes, I'd imagine so. Being outlaws, pretty much at the moment, I'm not sure how much good a lot of money is going to do us.
buys a lot of booze?
Ah, Granddad,
Exactly.
you're here too. Only a couple of minutes later.
Sorry, what was that, Chester?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just, reminiscing on my bad luck, as it were.
How is Shing just thinking it's really time for a second breakfast?
I think it's time that someone in these dungeons learns how to use lighting. I can't see anything.
Well, that is unfortunate. It's not that dark in here. No, it's impressive you found it not being able to see.
Well, I was stood right there, you see.
Chester does have a torch.
Yeah,
It's a
I imagine
shit
he wasn't
torch.
actually walking around in.
No.
Pitch black darkness.
Anyway, gentlemen, what next?
I'll have a look at
found
these
plunder.
these vases, jade vases. What's crap?
Alright, so Macro, you begin to approach, wrinkle your nose, filled with filth.
I'll go dump the filth out in the corner and then stick one under each arm and start walking to the snake guy.
Okay, so as you're walking with them, they're dripping filth. You think there might be chamber pots?
Yeah, I'll dump them out in the corner first and then start walking with them.
Alright, okay, so you dump them out in the corner.
And then walk them to the snake guy.
Are you guys going back to Aethermon?
I am with these,
I
Philly.
want to have a closer look around the throne first before leaving.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Well,
Other than the secret compartment that Chester already found, you just find some inscriptions in Draconic up and down the arms. That's about it.
I'll ask Zerxel if he speaks it.
Xerxil says, yes, I speak it.
What does it say?
Big dragon kill all. Many-headed dragon rule all. Something along the lines of that.
Sounds like a Hydra then.
That one.
Maybe Hydra. Hydra may be good ally against God King.
Hydra.
I
nice
somehow
little-
doubt that, but I see you're of the
What? I like your optimism.
perception that everything that is not the God King is good against the God King.
I vote we kill a Hydra.
See Chester. As you're walking along this corridor, at the far end wall, you see the head of a beautiful looking lady, like a statue, sorry, that's built into the wall. But as you get approach, you realise she has many snakes for hair. And her eyes are made of jewels, and she's bedecked in a circlet of electrum. Her tongue lolls out and splits in two, and you see the tongue seems to be made of crystalline ruby. There are runes that are alight and dancing in a circle around the head.
By the God King's wrinkled Tate. I'll walk up to her. He won't be a dick this time. I'm trying to roleplay him properly. Gentlemen, look what I found!
Yeah, this is the thing that might actually fucking kill us all when we set dead. Oh yeah.
What have you
I'll
found?
share this loot with the team.
You know I haven't got the D&D smarts to anticipate that, but now I'm wary, so grow up.
Or is it Grother?
Gentlemen,
Yes?
this makes me unnervous, but it is delightful.
What is
We
it?
should pillage it.
So Medusa's head with what gems are in the eyes?
You could roll, I didn't say, but you can roll a history check if anyone wants to know what this is.
I certainly do.
Okay.
I'll give it a little roll as well, unless Grilda already knows.
May as well.
May as well do it. I'm not very good at history, but
You have no
Apparently
clue.
not.
Yeah, I rolled it. It was a 17.
Yep, I know. Alright, so Grilla, you got an idea that this is someone, a historical monster. We're talking pre-Ragnarok. By the name of Mother Medusa. She's always worshipped by Gorgons as the patriarch. The matriarch, sorry, of their kind. There seems to be, with the 17, there seems to always be 5 families. And they always have a matriarch of their family.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into weaker Gorgons. Normally, the weaker Gorgons are very humanoid. They're so weak-blooded that they tend to just look very much like humanoids, with perhaps scales here and there, or hairs that look like dreadlocks made of snakes, like Lady Obsidian. This is a statue of Medusa. However, it's kind of like an altar to her.
Okay.
Mother Medusa, yeah. It would make sense that you just thought a Gorgon that they would have this. However, the runes around it seem to be curious.
Curious in what way?
Well, without an Arcana check.
Chester, are you proficient in Arcana?
I am not, good sir, but I can give it a fair go, because I'm
Is
quite
Zerxel?
proficient in most things.
I will check Zerxel's character sheet.
Oh yeah, of course you have Jack of all trades, right?
Yeah.
Zerxel is proficient.
Okay, well then I'll ask those two to have a look at it, knowing that they're probably better than me.
I'll help Zerk.
I mean, I failed magic school after all, so.
Right, so Zerxel goes, okay.
Okay.
Rolls double 11s.
No, bollocks.
Looks like magical right-hitting.
Oh, thanks, Zerxel.
Sweet Zerk.
Chester?
Which, he goes, I can touch it if you want. And Chester, you realise there is an activation.
Ah, beware.
Just with 13, you don't know what they do, but if you blind her with your 2 hands, or your thumbs, as it were, the gemstones push in, activating the magic.
I believe it is something along the lines of this. I'll just jam both thumbs in the eye socket.
Oh wow. Okay, so immediately, Chester, you are transported via the astral sea, a silver cord attached to your back, shot straight through the darkness, pinpricked with starlight. Whoosh! Immediately, you're just kind of given this vertigo that rips through your stomach, and then immediately you're yanked back down, and you land in a darkened hallway. And pushed forward through a door that opens automatically, you see a hall. A vast hall, spread out with 5 thrones facing a large, tall statue of a female warrior holding aloft what looks like a sword with a handle pointing towards her own chest. However, at that moment, there is a sucking sensation and a kind of sound of bang! And you see on the several different thrones, coloured of different gemstones, you see to your left a black throne, vacant. You, however, whooshing past you, you're sat in a throne made of jade. To your right, there's a throne made of some orangey crystalline. Opposite you, a throne made of like a yellow gemstone. And then opposite there, a throne made of a green gemstone. And the green throne, that unlike the jade, is kind of a deeper olive green. And the amber coloured one and the red one. Sorry, not the red one. What did I say? The yellow one.
Amber and yellow.
Yeah, there's. You're sitting on the amber throne. It would be easy if I just stop being vague. You're sitting on the amber throne. Opposite you is a throne made of topaz, and to your right, a throne to your northeast, a throne made of emerald. At that moment, you look to your right, and the amber throne. You see a feminine figure cross her leg. She's wearing tribal skirts, many layers. However, her upper half is more kind of a waistcoat. She has a bare sleeves, so like bare arms, sorry, so the sleeves are cut off at her shoulders. She wears a cravat, a hat, kind of like tall hat, top to the side, and wears a pair of spectacles. Spilling underneath the hat is a dozen what look like dreadlocks all tied in pairs. And then they begin to move and snap about as she turns to the right and sees Chester, and she goes, "Oh." He bites her lower lip, revealing a blood-red snake tongue.
Look, like I don't often take this kind of thing, but when I do, things get a little bit weird.
You've killed my sister, haven't you? There's only one reason.
She just said I could use her Skype login. That's all. I'll be off now. How do I disconnect?
She just stares at you with amber eyes with cat slits, and then says, "Wait a minute." And by the way, at that moment, Chester, there's a recognition in her eyes and a recognition in yours. You've seen her before.
Oh, shit.
And she stands up and she goes, "Chester Decker?" And at that moment, you're yanked back through the throne, through the astral plane, and just poof, straight back into your body. And immediately you are given to, yes, you have met her before. She is from the City of Bridges. She is known as Madame Amber. She owns the brothels in the capital from where you are from.
Well, fuck my mouth.
I mean, I prefer not to, if you don't mind, but...
Sorry. I wouldn't touch those eyeballs if I were you. Some kind of MSN or something. To the others.
Some kind of what?
It would appear that there are other ladies like this. We might have met one. I know one.
Shit.
Well, we were already aware of that after Lady Obsidian and now Lady Jade, no?
Yes, but I've just had a conversation with one. She's from Longinia, my home turf. The city. The culture. But anyway, she's not one to be trifled with. Owns a lot of business, got capital. She's seen my face. She knows who I am.
Right.
But she also knows we might have killed her sister.
Might. And I look at him quizzically.
Yes, well, she kind of guessed. I didn't really give much on, because I'm a fortress, locked down. My mind is stronger than your shield. But she was quite intuitive, I must admit.
Right.
And it would seem that she might have a bee in her proverbial bonnet for our actions.
Well, where did you go, though?
Would be some form of demiplane, I should imagine. Somewhere in between. They all meet. There were thrones for each of them. I sat on that once. I'll gesture around the corner.
Mm-hmm. That is exactly the one you were sat on, yeah.
Interesting.
A meeting room. Somewhere else. Which means we can bet, gentlemen, that each of them will know of our deed here today quite soon.
Well, that could go either way for us. Either they'll be scared of us and we can use it to our advantage, or they're preparing for a fight.
Right you are. Well, I mean, we could not tangle with them again. I mean,
But we've already killed the first two now. Would it be rude not to finish them all off?
yes, why? Why are we doing such an act?
I was only joking, mate. We can leave them alone if you want.
Excellent.
Family
Excellent.
reunion.
Fuck me. It's a bit morbid, mate.
I'll whip out my notebook and start writing.
I'll shrug.
Unless she gives us no reason. Unless she pisses her off, she can stay alive.
I had single-handedly slain the Jade One, and I knew the others were to come. I alone would do it. Chester. Chester Decker.
I was the only one. I would be the one to do it. The only one capable.
The only one strong enough. Right, gentlemen. Shall we away? Oh, let's take this with us.
Can we carry it?
What, the head?
Yeah.
It's very heavy. How much can you carry?
I'm pretty sure I've got...
Oh, and I just thought I'd let you know that the runes have died out around the head now. Alright, yeah, it weighs 250 pounds.
So what's your times your strength modifier for weight capacity? 15, is it?
Yeah, so you can carry it, but it's going to be heavy as fuck. Like,
Do you think it'd be worth something?
Oh yeah, definitely.
alright, so can you write down that someone's got the fucking Gorgon Skype? I don't know what to call it.
Gorgon Skype.
Yeah, just call it. You've got the Mother Medusa head. And just so you know, yeah, it does, like you say, take you to a demi-plane where they meet.
So if the runes have got out, I'm guessing that means we can't FaceTime them whenever we want anymore.
Well, no. Okay, so with your basic understanding and knowledge of magical items, it probably needs a recharge. Or time to recover.
Alright, Mother Medusa Skype head. It's in the party loop. How much does that one weigh?
£250.
Yeah, I pissed that.
Right then, shall we off? Grilda.
Yes, let's head out.
Alright, so you guys are heading back downstairs.
Uh-huh. I passed one of the chamber pots to Gwyneth. Carry this down, kid.
Sure.
Alright, so are you guys going back to Aethermon?
Yep.
Alright, so you head...
Is that the little snake? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're
And
heading
I'll
back...
have a chamber pot under each arm.
Okay, you head back down to Aethermon's room, moving past all the corpses that you had created. I'm just going to put you all in the corridor so I can drag you.
I won't touch myself then.
Did you search the rest of the bodies, Grilda?
Not yet.
Yeah, search the big snake guys. They had quite a bit of jade coins on them. Might be worthwhile.
So virtuous, so honest.
Roll 2d20.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
Want me to roll it, or...?
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was you doing it.
No, you're
220.
not. You're the better suit.
Well,
Seven.
Come on.
7 jade coins.
Plus 6 to the jade coin track.
Alright, so you approach the wicker basket, take the lid off, and Aethermon snakes his way out, like a cobra being tamed. Hello there! Welcome back to my shop.
Hey up, Aethermon. Right, I've got 3 jade chamber pots. Give me your best offer.
Oh, you got 2. I have 1 of them.
Yeah, chamber pots? You're trying to sell me shit?
Nah, the jades that encases them. You seem like you had a bit of a fetish.
I haven't actually checked if there's shit in them. I would like to check if there's shit in my pod.
There is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, friends, come on. What do you got? I don't want chamber pots.
right, well, we might want to sell this to someone else then. Does any of you have, like, magical cleaning abilities, Zerxil, Chester?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now I'll grab the pot and just throw it on the ground so it shatters.
Mm-hmm.
Could you clean it?
Oh, yes, I can. I'm getting quite proficient with this.
That was the weirdest laugh.
I like how I've just been walking around thinking of shit all this time. He's not used that on himself.
Oh, no, I have. I did it straight away afterwards.
Alright, okay.
I have this, so I can just restore them afterwards without any problem.
Ah,
Right.
so you've cleaned
Nice.
Clean jade chamber pot. What do you
We
reckon?
should start a business.
Well, if you're gonna clean them for me, I'll take them off of your hands for 10 jade pieces.
Right, so for the 310, that's a deal. Right.
Pop
We've
them
now
in the
got
basket.
And then we've got these 18 jade earplugs off your lady friend upstairs. What are we getting from these each?
2 apiece.
2 apiece. That's a deal. So that's 36 there. We have now got 41. Plus
How do we
36.
know there's not like a booming jade business somewhere on the island and this snake is underselling us?
Because he's got cool magic items that he's selling at a discount. So he might be, but he's selling these pretty cheap.
Yes. Gwendef, listen to your friends.
I was about
Basic
to leave
economics,
them, but
man.
now that
Wait,
you
wait,
said
wait.
that one,
When you've not been living in the tribes so long, when you start living in the cities, you start to understand these things. He's a good honest salesman, this guy here. Into Chester.
He is. I just have an idea, guys. Just gather around. You know, in those interactive games.
Go on, what did you say?
You know, in those interactive children's games that you play when you were younger, where you did things. Well, everyone always had like a boat, and on the boat there's always like a little merchant, a weird snake in a box, or perhaps a Moogle of some kind. Perhaps we could lift up when he goes back to sleep and put it on the crunchy spice. We always have a little merchant.
No, we've already discussed this. Where we take him with him. He says the magic stops working when we move his basket.
I would like to check if Chester has a fever and caught a disease.
Make a medicine check.
Like I hold my hand against my and then against his.
But yeah, I definitely already thought about this last week. He says it breaks his magic as soon as you move him, but he'll pop up in other areas apparently.
Chester seems to be. He's got like a distant scent of shit on him, but he doesn't seem to be sick. No.
Oh man, have I got some kind of infection?
Good news, you're not sick. You're just stupid.
Excellent. Excellent.
But no, yeah, he's selling a good price here. Right then, so what else have we got? We've got we've got this ring with a jade stone in it. It looks magical as well because it's got a blue little thing in it as well.
His eyes light up, then they go placid. 10 jade coins.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, super bullshitting.
What do you mean? I'm bullshitting? No, that's a simple ring.
Well, that's got this blue thing in it. Chester,
Yes.
get the truth out of him.
We should be truthful with each other, sweet snake. For if you are truthful with us, we shall beguile you with compliments and shower you with praise.
Compliments don't buy me safety in the void.
If you
No.
tell me what the ring does, I'll get in the basket.
I didn't even get to make a persuasion check.
You're not getting in my basket, dwarf.
Well, you just offered yesterday.
You mean
Please, sweet snake. We should be honest with each other. We
persuasion?
have been. Boom.
Oh, okay, Chester. I can never resist.
Good. It's all I'm good for.
It's a ring of sending.
Is it
Brother,
though?
is that worth keeping? Or should we stand at the sell at the sneaky
I'd
man?
be willing to take it off of your hands for 50 jade coins.
Ooh, that is good.
We could use it to send the God King mean messages.
That would be
What does
hilarious.
standing do? Brother?
It's got 3 charges of the spell sending per day.
We could send the God King pizza he hadn't ordered.
It's also pretty useful if you form an alliance to rebel against the God King, and we can just send them messages telling them we're together for, attacks.
I'm not listening to any of these suggestions, Grilda. Do you reckon we keep it or do we sell at the sneaky man?
I think we just said it.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like that as
I mean,
well.
it's nice to have, but it depends what we want to get in return for it. I don't particularly need it. Don't really have that many people to send to anymore.
Ring of sending. There you are, good sir. I'll flick him that.
50 coins! And the coins just seem to appear out of, the mage hand that he plucks from his basket, puts it on top of your hand, drops in 50 jade coins.
We've now got 127 jade coins. Have we got anything else to sell him?
I think you should stop selling him stuff because I wouldn't even have sold him the last thing.
Oh, and last of all for your perusal, this, and I'll dump the large jade breastplate.
Don't want it.
Man, I've just carried it all the way down here for you. Oh, man.
Aren't I wearing the jade breastplate, or did you find
No,
No,
another one?
we got another large one off of the
Oh, yeah.
abomination. Have we got
No,
anything?
not off the abomination, off of actually Lady Jade herself.
Oh, is that Lady Jade's armor?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Did we pick up the rainbow thing? Has someone got that written down?
Yep, Arne picked up the mantle.
Have you got it on your character sheet, Arnie?
No, I did not. I thought I was going in the party loot.
You can go in the pot.
I just said to grab it.
Rainbow mantle. Rainbow mantle, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, by the way,
amazing.
I offer identification services as of now. He just raises
How
up
much
a
would you happen
snaky
to be
eyebrow.
charging for this?
10 jade coins for the process.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
5 jade coins for the process.
Every minute I spend in this room, I feel more ripped off.
Make it 7.
What? I just offered 5.
Why did you haggle upwards?
I didn't hear him say 5. People were talking. I'm sorry.
He does giggle. He's like, I like this one. He'd make a great pack mule.
Yeah, I am quite well known for my pack mule abilities. Thank you. I guess you're not giving us anything for this. We probably won't keep this, don't we? I'll hold the massive jade statue that I've got, the Gorgon head statue.
You mean Gorgon Skype?
Yeah, Gorgon Skype head.
He looks at it and goes, ugh.
It's a good trophy. Why would you get rid of it? Having trophies is like half the fun of hunting.
I mean, like, what you're holding up, the actual artifacts.
The Skype one, not your head.
He goes, ugh, no.
Ugh, it just weighs a fucking ton.
Why would I want to meet with those ladies? They're prickly at the best of times.
It just seems like you don't have that many dating options if you're a void snake.
Well, you'd be surprised ever since Lady Void has died. There's been plenty of opportunities in the palace, if you know what I mean.
I sliver my way into many whores.
You.
I
He just looks at you, Macron, and says, can you not?
Very insensitive of you.
That's said in unison with several of us.
Right then, five pieces, and you tell us what this rainbow mantle thing does, yeah?
Of course, drop me the coins.
Alright,
He opens his mouth, revealing the void and starlight inside. And you drop the coins in.
Yeah.
I already know what that is without identification. That is a mantle of spell resistance.
That sounds very useful.
What does it do?
It grants additional resistances to spells, funny enough, dwarf.
Didn't expect that one.
I drape the mantle as it fit over my shoulders.
Yeah, you'd have to attune to it, but...
I don't know, guys. So it's don't look really pretty on me. I'll take it off and see if anyone else actually wants it.
Well, I think it should be you or me. We're in the front lines, usually taking most of the brunt of whatever comes our way.
That is a fair point. We do take a lot of abuse. You have it. I'm a bit more dexterous at dodging fireballs.
To be fair, on my Wednesday game, the barbarian has a mantle of spell resistance, and he's just fucking unkillable. Yeah. Are you gonna?
You wear it for now. We'll see how we get on. But I'm better at dodging fireballs than you. I'm a bit more nimble on my feet than you.
Are you gonna attune to it?
Very well. I will, yeah.
Alright, so you know what mantle of spell resistance does, Grodar? It does look rather fantastic to you, but the moment you attune to it, you get to control the look of it.
Ooh, I wanted just for that. I wanted just for this accessorizing. I'm so annoyed I've given it up.
How easy is it to control?
What, the colour?
Yeah.
It's like the moment.
Action.
Yeah, the moment you attune to it, you get the choice to change the colour, and that's it.
Oh, right. So I would have to reattune to change it again.
Yeah. It's not like it's... I would say that you could change it with a 10-minute ritual type thing, but...
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. In that case, I will currently... I'll make it the colours of our pirates' flag.
The crunch.
That's
I
the
thought you
thing.
were going to go for your family heritage, but I like
So,
it. We've gone
Black, white, and orange. Black, white, and orange?
Yeah, so I guess black with some white stripes and an orange.
Because the orange
trim
comes from the bee's abdomen.
Yeah.
That's drawn. Yeah,
I
that's,
like it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I will make it house colours, but I don't want to be recognised too easily as being
Fair enough.
of the noble house, since you never know who might be looking for us.
Have you got the mantle on your character sheet?
Mm-hmm.
I can get rid of that.
I get it now.
Is there anything else I can identify?
Identify? I don't think so. Has anybody got anything they want identifying?
Not me. No,
What?
I said not me, sorry.
Alright, okay. I don't think this... Oh, I have actually. We've got this wand here. The one that we found on the Gorgon lady. It's called the Sethki wand.
Ah, Captain Sefki's wand.
Yeah, that's the one. We murdered her earlier.
He opens his mouth. Put it in.
I'll flick him another 5.
Yeah, and he looks at it. He begins cast this time, actually casting Identify. Talking sibilant tongues. And then goes, aha. That is a wand of magic missile.
Oh shit, that sounds cool. That sounds very cool. I feel like I have this. How do I use it?
He says, you point it at things and activate the wand.
What do I do? Just think activate?
You should probably not use it.
He wants the wand of missiles. Magic.
Don't look at me.
You've got arrows of magic, you're fine.
Seems like a Chester thing.
I mean, I would. It's up to you guys.
You could attach a quill at the
Toss you
end.
the wand of magic missiles. Don't forget that you've got it. I feel like that's something you'd do.
I do indeed. Right you are. I shall put it now, and I start sellotaping a quill to it.
So yeah, Chester, it's a wand of magic missiles if you want to Google that and write down what it does. It's awesome as a backup weapon.
Yes,
On the
indeed.
topic of magic items you forgot you had, Chester, whatever happened to that thing that was holding an endless amount of beverages?
Just so you know, one of magic missiles is in the compendium, so you can just drag and drop it onto your.
Yeah,
I already
just
had
doing it
done.
right now.
I've done it for you.
Oh, you did it already? I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
should be under. It should be under your character.
Oh no, it's not yet.
Click on Todd, and then underneath Chester Decker, there should be a wand of magic missiles.
Oh yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna add it to
there you
the
go.
sheet. Thanks, mate.
No problem.
Right, let's have a look what he's selling. Other items.
Would you like me to copy paste it again?
I'm already looking at the list. I'm seeing what the Ring of Invasion is.
The ring of spell storing is no longer there, of course.
Yeah.
And now you notice there's a ring of sending. Cost 75 jade coins.
That's a decent markup. He's making a 50% return. That's fine.
I still don't think we should have sold it. How many jade pieces do we have?
117. I think if we go for 125 piece, we haggle him down and fucking our discount. Little shit. That Ring of Evasion. Does anyone need a Ring of Evasion? I feel like I'm the only one who's going to use it, but I don't really need it with advantage on dex checks.
Does Ring of Evasion just do the same thing as the rogue feature?
Kind of, but you have to spend a point inside the ring, I believe.
I mean,
Yeah,
you get evasion next
thing.
level, so...
It's when you fail a charge, you can then use one of the charges to succeed on the saving throw on a dex save.
Ah, there you go.
I think we just spent the last few coins we have on the diamonds, because the diamonds for a bunch of spells anyway.
There's nothing else there that's any useful. Is that ointment thing not any good?
That's a limited use item.
It's like a good healing potion.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 5. Yeah, you can get up to like 5 like decent healing potions in that, can't you? It's up to you guys. What do you think? We can get the jar, and then we've still got enough of the diamonds.
I think we should buy the Ring of Sending back.
We're not buying the ring. Stop it. Right, so we get 2 diamonds. That's probably too much of a discount if we're asking for the.
Who are you looking to contact, Gwyneth?
Okay, Grilla, I don't think you understand that we are in a rebellion and we already have allies which are on this island, the pirates we joined, and that's just like the first part of people we can ally, and then we're gonna bring Makra's daughter to the Oracle, whatever, and once she's there, it'd be nice to be in contact with them, wouldn't it?
Ah, I've forgotten about Bakra's daughter. Keep getting sidetracked.
I think right now, yeah, or even right now, we could talk to the people on the boat.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Right, I reckon you give us them 3 diamonds and the ointment for 117 for being such good customers.
You can make a persuasion check. Oh, intimidation check, I guess. That sounded very
Can we
much...
use our strength? Can we use that?
Because that sounded very much like, you're going to give us this because we're good customers. I will allow you to use your strength, yes. I've said that.
What do I do then if I'm using my strength? How do we work it out?
Just click any, like, click athletics.
Just roll my athletics, okay.
As long as you're not expertise with it.
Yeah, I am expertise. So
So-
take off what
3.
3 of that. Yeah.
Oh, so you
25.
still rolled a 25. He says, okay. There's no need to be violent about it, you giant pack mule.
I shake his hand very
And
aggressively.
I see that the dwarf here is very interested in the Ring of Sending that you've already sold to me.
No, yeah.
I was against that, yes.
And there is another option if you wish to buy the Ring of Ascending, dwarf. And you see there's like a wry smile on his snake-like lips. And
I'm just waiting to see if you're gonna do a menacing laugh after that, because
That really ruined it for you last time.
What is the other option?
You can get a loan.
Not really.
Oh, it's very much magically binding.
Yeah, I'd rather not. My dad always used to say, don't deal with void snakes that come out of boxes in dungeons you're going into to kill your auntie.
If I had shoulders, I'd shrug.
Different topic. Have you ever considered joining a dragon hunt or a rebellion?
Oh, dragons are the mortal enemies of void snakes. But more like the star drakes than any of your earthly concerns. I hear that there's only one black dragon left.
Oh yeah, I'm killing that one.
Ah, you're that
Yeah,
Gwendef?
I don't know. I hope there's not any news about it because I haven't been very successful. If people were talking about it, I'd be very embarrassed.
No, you just attracted the attention of creatures beyond your mortal realm. You know, they like to play their games of divinity, and I remember your naming passing. They say that your adventures are comical.
Well, that kind of hurts.
That explains a lot to why you're still alive, let's be fair. They just think it's funny that you just keep being this much of a dick. It explains a lot.
I don't think we have the same sense of humor, Macra.
Right, I'm done though. We're strapped for J coins. Anything else we want to ask the Snake Man? Are you taking a loan to get that ring ascending back again?
I am called Aethermon.
Snake Man.
Wow.
I mean, you can't call him Aethermon. You basically threatened his life earlier. I think we could be that nice at least.
All right, then, Aethermon. We'll catch you later. Have a good one.
Hey, Chester.
Just with AFK.
Chester, you're muted.
Oh.
He's not muted. He went AFK.
Well, never mind.
Oh yeah, he did put BRB, yeah.
Alright, so Todd misses out on that opportunity. He goes, fine. I hope you'll have a wonderful afternoon.
Alright, till we next see you. Bye.
Bye.
You can tell those other void creatures that I will kill that dragon.
They, I believe, have bets that you won't.
Do they know that I already threw a chair against her head?
I believe that's what they meant when they said comical.
Probably right.
And you can roll an insight check if you want, Gwenda.
I mean, what are Gwenda's chances for insight? Oh, she's proficient in insight? What the fuck did I decide that? Nope.
That's why no, you believe everything he's saying. Obviously, like there is a cinema of extraplanar creatures out there watching your life.
Well, you know, I'll prove them all wrong. As I've done a million times, I've never proved anyone wrong. I will prove them wrong.
I'm sure you will.
I'm not gonna insight check that because I want to believe it.
I mean, I'm assuming you've all finished here in the Jade Temple, then.
Unless Chester wants to go back into the shit pit.
Well, I'm off then. I'll see you next time. The crew of the Crunchy Spice. And with that, there's a black ink like spreading below the wicker basket. Travels about 10 foot out, and then it begins to swell like a whirlpool, and he just sinks into it, vanishing.
See,
Cool.
Chester, that's why we couldn't take him, mate. I imagine that'd do havoc to our ship. Right then, are we on our way back then, boys?
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably check on the crew. There is a giant ship hunting for us out there.
Yeah, the big kid, he said we didn't have to worry about that, to be fair. How long have we been out here since the raid?
So you've been out about 4 hours?
Yeah, we've only been gone the blink of an eye. It's still morning at this point, though, because we went traveling
it's
during
about-
the night.
Actually, it's been a bit longer because I remember you spent about 4 hours travelling here. It's about midday at the moment.
Alright, okay, so it'll be about evening when we get back. So we've been out for the day then. We'll be fucked by the time we get back.
We have a bunch of new platinum, so I think we celebrate that.
We've got quite a bit of platinum here. We're doing quite well here. We've got other shit to sell as well. We've still got that adamantine arrow bolt head on the ship as well. We've got quite a bit to sell.
Maybe the giant fat cat is interested in the trophy head.
Oh, he'd love this mounted on his wall. Chester, you need to sell this, mate. Oh, I want the teeth, though. I imagine the teeth would be quite useful for something. Don't know, I've just got a fetish for breaking shit apart recently. Alright, go on, let's go.
Alright, so you begin your journey back. Exiting the temple, the bodies of the Yuan-Ti are now gathering flies, insects of the jungle, smothering their corpses. Parts of them are burnt and releasing a kind of almost sweet cooking smell into the air. However, the blood is cloying and the air is just filled with thousands of buzzing insects, like landing over every corpse, every patch of blood, everything. You manage to follow the trail back, and on the way, maybe about 20 minutes on down the pathway, that is an actual pathway used by these Yuan-Ti, you come across Kaiser again, the elf who likes to skin. Obviously, you paid for skin things. Well, good afternoon.
What the fuck were you? There's a giant snake lady that needed skinning in there.
I was waiting out here.
Ugh, useless. Follow behind at 50 yards from now on.
Hey,
Alright, come on. I'll carry there.
he jabs a thumb to his right, and you see that he's dragged, you see a drag marks and blood smeared across the the broken cobble bar. I killed 2 of them myself.
No, good job. Get in.
Well,
Carry this. If he gets to his dragging now, I won't make him carry anymore.
I ain't carrying them. I killed them because they were coming up behind you.
Alright, okay. Sound. I'll carry this then, and I'll throw him the giant snake head that we've got.
What, that £250 thing?
No, the
I was going to say.
the Gorgon head.
Yeah, he catches it with 2 hands and goes, well, what is this?
That's who we just murdered. I want you mount it. I want it taxiderming, mounting, stuffing, and then we're going to sell it to the fat cat.
Well, I don't want to oppose you on this, but it is basically a humanoid head. I find it a bit gruesome to mount that. Oh,
I'm gonna interject.
I didn't know I could leave it down. They look nothing alike, which causes some real issues.
Kaiser stutters slightly and says, this is the thing, Macro, right? You've hired me to skin creatures. I told you back at the wreck, I am good at hunting, skinning in the water, aquatic creatures.
Could have been a prick.
You've done some aquatic snakes before? Aquatic snakes?
I have indeed skinned some sea snakes. But what you're pointing out here, and what you told me to do, is taxidermy. I don't even know what the word means.
Right, just carry it then. We'll find someone in town who can do it for us.
I still suggest we don't do it because it's really creepy and it kind of makes us seem like bad guys.
What
who
is
have
it?
Humanoid heads.
What is taxidermy?
Yeah, it's what
It's-
you like.
You stuff an animal, put it up in a realistic position to make it seem lifelike. Stuffing animals, basically.
Mouth open, real scary like.
I got you. No, that is not my forte.
There'll be someone in town that can do it, hopefully. If not, we'll just give it the cat like this and he can sort it out.
Chester,
Go on then, we're wasting time.
Chester, please agree with me that we should not be stuffing humanoid heads on our boat.
I feel it's definitely imposing. Perhaps worthy of a tale.
I am sorry I asked you.
So you headed back to town.
It's a giant snake head. What else more do you want? And we head back to town.
Right. So you guys, following the path for about an hour, then head off into the jungle following Kaiser's wake. He says, well, this is the way we came beforehand. You head through a clear pool of water. He stops, fills his water skin, has a wash, washes the UNT blood off, takes a drink, waits for you all to do the same, and then carries on heading southward until eventually you follow the river past the guard gate, which now has a militia of sorts. And as you approach, you see there is about 25 to 30 members of Port Arcatil with muskets, sabres already. And as you approach the gate, Kaiser waves his bow up, and you see that 3 or 4 men begin winding a crank, letting you in. The crank itself, the gate itself looks like it can be walked around the same way that you once did, but you walk through the pathway into the town, and the usual sounds of the city, the port town, fills your... Whoa, okay. Okay.
I imagine if we walk into the city with a small militia's formed, though, we arrive to a rupture of cheers.
No. Why would you?
Alright then, boys, calm down. We've already done your job for you. And then, I reveal this giant head that Kaiser's carrying.
They'll just look at it curiously. And then, someone you do recognise parts the crowd. Liviana Salib Kar, the Shah's personal bodyguard. This short-haired, scarred, studded leather-wearing warrior. And she approaches.
Hi, Liviani. We sorted your snake problem.
You did? She looks at it. Is Todd in a wind tunnel?
Is it me?
I often ask myself that question.
If Todd can hear it, I doubt it's him.
Oh.
I could the first time, I can't now. So maybe it is me. Or maybe I'm just mouth breathing. That's also a possibility.
Okay, so yeah, she says, I see you've dealt with whoever that is. Who is she?
Lady Jade. She was the leader of your anti problem.
Yes. We've heard of Lady Jade. It's surprising that she was so close to the town.
She's about 4 hours trek, but yeah, I think she's been picking off a lot of you civilians from the looks of it. Some deep dark ritual or some shit.
She lifts the cobra hood flat, looks at the face, drops it, slaps against the face and goes, I'm sure the Shah would like to hear of this, if you'd like to follow me. Oh, and by the way, your friend arrived a few hours back.
Our friend.
Frank?
Oh yeah, sure. Bestie, even.
She nods.
We're tight.
He's gone straight to the temple of your... straight to the temple of... I don't know, whoever they worship. Neptune, that's the one.
Neptune, yeah. Alright then. Let's go see the leader of this place.
Alright, led through the town. So you are getting some looks carrying the head of the Gorgon. However, back into Arcatil Holdfast, the Shah, Cicero Arcatil, sits on his fur-lined throne in his long hall with all of his personal pirate lords going about their business, eating, drinking, talking, and he goes, if it isn't the crew of the Crunchy Spies, sit down at the end of my table, please. Make yourselves at home.
Sound.
He clonks his hook hand onto the table, clonk, and begins skewering meat himself. Go on, please. Regale me of the tales of what has happened. The UNT have attacked my town. You've acted out retribution, no?
Yeah, we fixed
Hold
you.
my hand out to Chester.
You want a tail, do you? Sit
I'll
back.
do this just by holding the head behind Chester, like just presenting it.
Relax and feel the warmth of my rich, buttery voice. So, it will start in atop a pyramid super weapon. No. I just realised the others are in the room. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can't just make up the lies in my book.
Anyway, we fought our way through the UNT rebellion and found our way to the deepest, darkest parts of their pyramid up
Hey, we
yonder.
stopped a satanic ritual as well. Don't miss bits.
We did, but I was probably washing up at that time. Anyway, we found Lady Jade concealed deep within the pyramid and slew her where she stood.
Well, she moved a bit.
Gwyneth is right, of course.
She kind of chases out, actually, but then
She
superior
moved a
tactical
bit.
placement.
Anyway, to regale you further, then we found what was lying deep within the pyramid. And now we are... you can see that Chester looks really uncomfortable having to tell the truth.
Yeah.
We worked together with teamwork and other things in order to rid the town of this menace.
Well, what a fantastic story, Chester.
Not my best work. Anyway, for full details, read this, and I'll slide Soiree with DM deaths across the table.
He says, excellent.
I would... Do you want to buy this giant fancy Medusa head?
No. What I am interested in is
What
this...
the shit? Plaguing your town for how many
is
years?
this head of the Gorgon.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh, you used a term I wasn't familiar with.
I meant, wait, we are talking about the fancy golden one, right? The jewel
There's
adornment.
2 heads. We've got the head of Lady.
I'm more interested in the
then we've got
fleshy one that's
Gorgon
rotting on my table.
You want the shitty fleshy one, but not the fancy one?
I want to stick it on a pike.
Yeah, this is what we're selling you. This flashy one here.
He slams his hook into the table, rattling the entire table. The whole long hall goes quiet. And you've never seen anything but calm demeanour from him. And he says, "You stay here. You are pirates under my charter. You will give me that head right now as a warning to the rest of the Yuan-Ti. You will be remunerated for all of what you have done for me. And for the Port Argotil, of course." And then he yanks the hook straight from the table, splinters showering around him, and he says, "But I would like the head now, please."
Yeah, that's fine. Don't put it in a pike, though. That's such a waste. Like, get some, real...
What is
attention care.
with you and stuffing heads of humanoid creatures?
Tore it. What's that going to last you? Best of 2 week? We've already killed, 70% of the Yuan-Ti population.
He
you want to be
smiles.
a warning to future generations. Get this bad boy mounted.
He smiles, showing a single fang. "Oh, don't you worry, Macra. It's funny, you think your lack of intelligence is a virus known to everyone else but yourself. Don't worry, Macra, I know what I'm doing."
I was just saying don't put it on a pike, mate, because that's what you said.
I'm going to put it on a pike.
Oh, what a waste. I'll throw him the head.
It lands, basically near his meat. "You are suffering from a severe lack of respect, my friend."
Oh, Macro's already started several rebellions. He feels like he's going to be starting another one soon. He bites his tongue.
All the men in the room are just staring at you guys now. There's about 20 of them.
Well then, I'll be suffering from respect at the tavern.
The Shah nods. It says, Argonashius Liviana, if you would you gently repose this head so we can have it on a pike for more than 2 weeks?"
He got you there, Macra.
Yeah, magic does kind of make the shit cheating, but there you are.
Also, severely less creepy than, stuffing the head.
Less
Like,
less aesthetically pleasing, though. Like, you can get it in look in so many positions.
And Gwyneth leaves the tavern at that point because she's already part of enough rebellions she doesn't actually have anything to do with.
Right, if you want us for anything else.
Oh, before you leave, I do have a dinner for all of the upper echelons of the pirates here. Tonight, of course. Rest, put on your best bib and tucker. Come along.
But yeah, we're part of the upper echelons already. And that going to irk some of you other pirate lords?
Not if I situate you by the door.
Oh, nice, I like it. We'll see you tonight then. Who's invited? Just the owners of the ship, or
Friends.
crew as well?
Not crew, just friends.
Alright, okay. See you tonight then.
Okay, so you guys have an afternoon of downtime.
Anyone else think it's a bit creepy he's offering us to dinner?
I'm not sure if this is the sort of dinner invite where they pull out crossbows and shoot us, Macro.
Not quite that, but maybe make an example of us, or just make a scene.
Mm.
Because he has just been rinsing me for lack of respect and all that.
You were a bit respectful, though.
It was odd, though, to invite you to a party after saying such a thing. However,
Yeah, exactly.
you're in no danger if you're with me. I'm used to navigating the upper echelons. Fancy
Yeah, I think we
parties.
let you do the talking from now on. Because Kaja just gave me in trouble when I do it.
I wouldn't be worried people like me.
Granddad is liked.
Well, yeah, I think we curve this swerve. I think we just make an excuse me tonight. No, my aunties fell dreadfully ill. The
However,
ship's ready to go, isn't it? It's fully fixed.
this is the sort of plane in which you make excellent allies for rebellion.
Yeah, if only we could then contact them with sending once we have left the island. What a fantastic option that would be.
I like how he's making such a compelling argument now after we've already sold it.
I made that argument before you sold it. I said the same thing.
He just went, nah, I don't want to sell it. And that was kind of about it.
What say you, fair Grildar? Do you feel we should attend this soiree, as it were?
To catch you up, he threatened me for being disrespectful, and then decided to invite us all to a dinner party.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
a teenage girl.
Oh, I'm not there. Sorry.
Yeah, let's just say, as a little bit of catch up for you, Arne, Macro disrespected the Shah, who then got a bit angry and said he lacked for intelligence, and he thought everyone else had caught his lack of intelligence virus. Then Backroff threw the bloody head of a Gorgon at him.
Not at him.
You threw it at his... you said, your words were, I throw the Gorgon towards him.
I did say that, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Not like it was a threatening, I'm throwing a baseball at him, more like a cricket ball, more like... I should have said toss it his way.
And then he invited the group to as Chester put it, a soiree at the
Fancy one.
at the Holdfast tonight.
What is the purpose of this soiree?
It's just for the upper echelons of the pirates. It's probably just to like win favour. But I feel like he's probably going to make an example of me in particular. But we as invited us to it after that outburst.
Well, perhaps. We could attend it, you could not, if you feel
Would
more
that-
comfortable.
That might just show even more disrespect, though. He might take even greater offence to that.
I have no real desire to be there, but neither do I have a desire not to be there. There's not much else we can spend our time on purposefully here.
Is the ship ready to go?
I believe it should be soon.
What's the ETA on the ship, Liam?
I believe it was only a few days of work that needed to be done. You've been here overnight. You need like maybe a few days left.
Oh, shit me. Looks like we're seeing that party then. I can't imagine that we're not going to.
Excellent. I shall get out my best doublet.
You're gonna have to come shopping with me. I don't own any clothes.
You shall be the belle of the ball when I'm through with you.
Like at all, but yeah. Maybe they have like coats for horses or something. Maybe I can wear one of them.
Let's go for a horse coat.
Yeah, something to pour over the winter. Just drapes me in there.
So you guys are gonna go buy some fancy clothes.
I say fancy, passable. I don't want to be.
All right, so
I'll probably only be wearing this shit once.
Macra, as the group does meet up though, and join together, are we gonna meet at the ship or the tavern?
The ship, probably.
Probably ship, yeah.
Right, so as you approach the ship, you see that on the harbour, right next to the ship, on the wooden pier, there is a bunch of boxes been put together with a quilt on top, and then a white sheet over the corpse of the woman that you found in the Nepheri city. And Frank is standing there, and he sees you guys approach. Oh, I'm glad you got back safe. And everyone on the ship gives you a wave. And you all look a bit worse from wear, obviously. And George goes, "Yar, you all look like shit."
Crew, you can put us down for 2 dead Gorgon sisters.
There's a pale cheer.
Look at this massive head out of fancy stuff.
They look at the stone head from Macra.
We also found a lot of platinum and you're getting paid.
Yar!
Why are they getting paid again? We need to sort out the ship economics. We pay them far too generously.
We make so much cash. I think it's fine to just throw them a bit of gold once
every so often. It's like Wolf of Wall Street. Just make them want to be us. Just give them.
We're not a very effective rebellious enterprise or any enterprise, so just to convince them.
Yeah, there is that. Right, what are we going to do about our lady? Frank, do you want to talk to your temple folks, see if they can...
But I did. They said that the gentle repose has been in effect after a minute, and she's going to require a raised dead. And they're overcharging because of the last time that I abandoned them. So they said 800 gold pieces.
Can't they undercharge it because we killed the UNT that kind of, fucked one of their priests?
The Coral Magister didn't want that. He didn't care.
Is he overcharging all of us or just overcharging you?
I don't know.
He overcharged Chester?
I think it's because he doesn't like me. But if you come with her now, he might still be inclined to overcharge.
We could just bring Chester. People inexplicably like him.
Yeah. Chester, do you want to see if you can get him to revive this body for us?
Of course, I will. Where do I find this man?
Can I just pick up the body?
Yeah, you pick it up. She's light as a feather. She's about 120 pounds at most.
It was more that she isn't going to fall apart rather than that, but yeah.
Oh, she's gently reposed.
Oh, okay.
She looks like she's pale, half naked now, because it looks like Frank has made an attempt to dress her in pirate breeches and put a waistcoat, and he hasn't done the front up slightly. So as you lift her up, you have to kind of put the quilt over her chest. Yeah, you hold her and look down. She's got I don't really describe what she looks like properly, but she's got a lot of raven black hair framed around a pale face. Her entire body's kind of really pale. She looks Bretonian. But and her eyes are kind of that milky white of the dead.
I hope she's not evil. No, I'll start walking towards the temple. Go on, Chester. Are you two coming as well?
Chester's already rubbing eucalyptus leaves under his eyes to produce fake tears.
Okay, so you guys begin walking towards the temple. Frank's like, I'm gonna stay with the crew, okay?
Yeah, good shout. See you in a bit, Frank. Love you.
Bye.
Fantastic work today, Frank. You're the MVP.
Yeah, Georgiu's winding rope up his arm and goes, "Yar, you'd best come back soon. Vivian and Darioso are getting a little bit land itchy."
But the ship is still getting repaired, right?
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
He shrugs.
Tell Vivian and Darioso they can attend a party with us.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Right, see you in a bit.
Alright, so Grildar, are you heading to the temple or are you doing something else?
I think he just needs to find some clothes, and other than that, he doesn't really have much to do at the moment. Circle seemed fine from the previous fight, so I'll go and see them. Actually, they might have some clothes to borrow me. They're roughly my size, and
your uncle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin walking past the temple with the group, split of them at that point, to head towards your uncle's smithy. And we'll deal with you first, Grildar. So as you walk up those stone steps, get to the top, heavy breathing by the time you get to the top. Oh, it's Grildar! And he turns around, walks off the dais. He's wearing basically nothing except an apron. You can see he's wearing his small clothes, but as you approach, he's glistening with sweat. His hairy body just gives off this scent of body odour as you approach, and he goes, "Don't mind the smell. It's fucking hot today."
I'm used to far worse army and all.
You can see his husband's all kind of like dressed in the right attire for smithy, dirty on all the way up to his elbows in oil. His hair and his face is covered as he's hammering away at the anvil, making what looks like chain and different sorts of links. What can I do for you, Glilda? We're kind of busy.
Two things. One, Kim, check you're okay. You both look fine. It's good.
Oh, I'm more than okay. I got to fire the cannons.
You enjoy that, do you? There's a hearty chuckle, and it said, Second, I might need to borrow some clothes. See...
He looks at you.
You might actually have some more information that might be helpful here. The Shah's invited us to some sort of fancy soiree. Do you know what usually goes on there?
Drinking. Tons of drinking. I haven't let a drip of alcohol pass my lips in some time. But you're young. You can party with the Shah. I'm assuming you want some clothes to give off a good impression.
Well, something to at least make us not stand out like... well... like a kitten in a kennel, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, I got just the set of clothes that'll fit you perfectly. Come on, friend. I'll show you downstairs. And he leads you to the side of the smithy and walks down some switchback stairs built into the side of the cliff face that go... and the temperature begins to turn from stifling humid hot of the forges and the anvils and the work and the smell of dwarves at work to the coldness of a cavern system below the smithy itself. Still, the scent of the anvils and the metal churning is still getting down here, but then he opens a door at the bottom with a bunch of keys that were inside his apron. And inside is, the only way I can describe it to you, Arno, is basically a dwarvish bat cave. Nice. To his right, there's stacks of crates and armours and all kinds of ancient dwarven weaponry. And he goes, yeah, of course, shield armoury, of course. And at that moment, your dark vision picks up the outline of a ship. A ship? And as you look up, there's the thing's been nicely hewn, dwarvish stone, capping the wall to keep everything upright with a lovely kind of crafted pillars, keeping the entire cavern system in check. In the centre of the cave, however, your dwarvish vision sees a ship. There's no water. And he goes, oh yeah, don't worry about the old ancestral sloop. And he walks over to a side chest, undoes it with the same key used on the door, opens it. Oh, come get your pick!
And I'll go and have a look.
Yeah, and inside is the coal shield regalia. What you would see your father wearing at important Mokhul events. He goes, yeah, I don't rightly think I'd fit in these anymore, as he pats on his beer belly.
Well, that's quite an honour if you wouldn't mind.
Of course
I'd
not.
like to try them on.
I'll just head over here. And he flicks something, falls and smashes. Oops! And then just heads on exploring the rest of his cavern system. Yeah, they fit you right well. They are the blacks and reds of the Coal Shield family, with the flaming shield insignia on the tabard. However, at one point he goes, well, it's not going to be perfect without this. And he reaches into the chest and brings out the tie that goes with it.
Nice.
He flicks up your collars for you. Does the tie. It goes, oh, wow. You got more of the iron blood in you than the Coal Shield, I'd say. But you definitely got the Coal Shield fanciness. Just like I did in the youth.
Alright, cool. And then I'll try and combine that with sort of like a military style look. And that'll be me then. Well, thanks very much. It's kind of you.
Before you go, Gilda, Come with me. As I came down here, it's been some time I've been down here. I just seen me ship. It's made me think. I don't rightly travel the seas and land no more. What about you and your crew? He points towards the outline of the ship, because you can't rightly see it all in your dark vision.
What do you mean?
Well, my ship, the core shield ship, I don't think I'm gonna be doing much travelling in me old age, but you, a youngster, of me own blood, I'd easily pass this down to you if you're worthy.
I'll look around. There's no water, right?
None.
How would we get it out?
Ye have little faith!
It's not about faith so much, it's just about physics.
The grand doors of the smithy open to the wide air. And she sails on out.
We have to then carry it, or what?
It goes on the zephyrs, my friend. Borne upon the wind.
Wait, what now?
You'll see. When you're gonna leave, I'll take you on a ride. Well, the Shah tried to buy it off of me about 20 years back, and I said, nay. There may be a coal shield yet worthy to sail in that ship.
Oh, I'd be honoured.
He hides and goes, behold the tornado! And you might want to rename it. It was cool in its day, but now it just seems lame.
Like most names.
Oh, and I looked down at Mokhul and said, I think I should be going. I'll certainly speak to the crew about this. Thank you.
No problem. Of course, I'd be willing to clean it up before it goes, of course. I bet it's got a bit dusty. And I bet the bitch is a bit angry at me as well. I haven't spoken to her. Never mind, you'll find out.
I'll just shrug and be off.
Alright, so you've got your fancy regalia, your Colship regalia. The rest of you at the Temple of Neptune. You approach up the steps, and the the Coral Magister, the human with the one eye of pure blue, like the Deep Ocean. You're back. He limps towards you, his cane tap, tap, tap against the ground as he approaches. And I see you've brought the corpse with you.
Oh, sir. I am so very glad it is you have come to greet us. We are in grave peril, sir. Only you and your ilk can save us.
What?
You see, back there, my dear, sweet sister-in-law has perished. And we've managed to muster our meager means together to save her with a gentle repose, but only you and your kin have the skill to revive her.
I see. So this is what Frank was doing.
He was, in his own way, trying to help me.
Alright, roll a deception check.
Gwyneth's just standing in the corner trying not to laugh.
Chester doesn't really know what's happening. He's just been asked to do something.
You get advantage, of course, because you're acting as someone else still. You've broken the actor feat with your background.
There is deception. Holy shit.
Oh, you were lucky.
Oh, he's a fucking jammy bastard.
I can't believe he has a 12 even.
12 even with a 1.
Alright, so he goes, oh, I didn't know it was your sister. I thought... Frank says he'd found her drowned.
Frank is a useless braggart with no talent.
You're right, he is.
Please save her. For me.
I can, Chester. It's just... These things cost money. And we are severely lacking in the diamonds right now.
Oh, if only I had a diamond. If only I had any money. Do you not have even any materials on hand?
Yeah, Chester.
We do.
We've got the diamonds. Just see, we've got the diamonds.
Oh, no, I've got this. Oh, you've got it on hand? Excellent. What if I were to give you all of my wealth just to return her to good health?
Look, Chester, I'm going to be honest. It'll cost you the price of the spell components plus 25%.
25!
We cannot recoup our materials without it.
What am I going to tell my ailing mother? She'll be devastated.
I am sorry. We can knock 25 gold pieces off if that'll help.
Right you are. Either way.
So he says
what does that cost now then?
600.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
Seriously?
Yeah, the raised dead spell, 500 gold piece diamond, plus the 25%, 625 minus 25 gold pieces.
500 GP diamond. Jesus
I was
Christ.
gonna say.
Does that get consumed in the use as well?
That's like half the platinum we made from raiding the UNT temple.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
So,
Right, so 600 out of the party. She better not be evil. I'm so pissed off she is.
Is this worth it?
Gold, is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. She's just some random mysterious underwater woman.
That's so true.
I'll turn back to Rakra. Like, is it worth it?
And I need 30 platinum pieces from that. So it's 300 gold and gold, and then you get 30 platinum pieces. So we're now down to measly 109 platinum pieces and 22 gold.
This is completely unrelated to this, Mr. Coral Magister, but can you cast Speak with the Dead?
Yes,
Could we just speak with her before we revive her?
we could.
Because, sometimes people don't want to come back before we spend a lot of money on the ritual and everything.
The Speak with Dead will cost you 150 gold pieces.
Just do it. If she doesn't want to be alive, we can finish her off afterwards. I mean,
We can send her back where she come from.
And
then
the
get
co-
spoons for it.
The Coral Magister says, I heard you try to seduce my apprentice.
who?
I think he means me, and I think the apprentice is the dwarf.
The Tide Seer.
I don't know what he sees.
The Tide
didn't see-
Seer.
He certainly didn't see through to my true character and fall in love with me, that is for sure.
No, he then said you beat him.
I did.
So yes, Speak with Dead, 150 gold pieces.
I will wait outside while Chester does the dealing.
Get him
Right.
here.
Let's get on with it.
Right,
You'll speak to
so
us when she's alive.
150 I owe now. So there's 10 platinum pieces, so we're down to 99. And then 50 gold in gold, so it's 16 gold.
You know it's going to
pieces
cost you
left.
60 platinum pieces, yeah? That's how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah, I've taken all that off. I've already taken the money off for the Raise with Dad. We might be getting that refunded if he turns out to be a dick.
You keep complaining that Gwenda spent so much money on getting the crew drunk and happy, and then you spent 600 gold pieces on reviving a woman we don't
Hey,
know.
we're not spending 600 gold on reviving yet. We're talking to her for 150 gold. Right, let's get this speak to Dad.
Do you have
Has everyone got questions? Do we know
Oh
what
wait,
we're
you're
asking
actually paying for the Speak with Dead as well?
No, I don't pay
We're
with
going
the speak
to
with
pay
dead.
for that first, see if she's worth reviving, then revive her, if need be.
I think Chester wants to just revive her.
We'll just revive her. If she's bollocks, we'll just return her. We'll take her back to the shop.
Sure?
I imagine
Well-
if we actually do the speak with Dad in
tell
front
you
of the
what.
Coral Magister, they'll also find out that we don't actually know her.
How about we chip in for the speak with dead from our personal funds?
We've got plenty of money in the party loot. We've got plenty of money in the party loot. Let's just pay the 150. I've already done the maths. The 150's done there.
Right, you
Yeah,
are. Let us away.
Well, it saves us 600 gold. That's all we need to think. We spend money to make money. We might be saving 600 gold here if she turns out to be a bit of an arsehole. What do we want to ask her? We've got questions. We can really do a grilled Ari. I feel like he's probably the best man to be asking for this kind of thing.
No,
Fuck
he
me,
is.
I forgot we had a 4,000 GP ruby.
Yeah, we've also got that bad boy as well, yeah.
Hey, well, bypass my trap quite easily with familiars. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. Right, so I think it's going to be better with Macro and Chester asking questions. He takes the money off of you, immediately comes back with a spell component pouch, places coins on her eyes, and then has what looks like a necklace of diamonds. And then he places that round her neck, ready. I'm going to cast a spell now. I do wish to warn you all, as he taps his cane, that Speak with Dead is a rather traumatic experience for the soul. She will seem in pain, but trust me, she is in no physical torture.
It was physical torture to speak with the tides here. Gwenda screams from outside.
He just shakes his head.
Ooh.
Right, and then he begins casting. Immediately, the coins and the burning incense around form a sort of ghostly skull, and then immediately he puts one hand out to her forehead, and as he brings his hand down, it leaves the mark of Neptune on her forehead and says, Neptune demands your soul comes back to converse with the living. Immediately she goes, opens up and she goes, why? And she twists and contorts, her bones twisting as she tries to fight the spell. Ask your questions and let me be. And then he just looks at you guys and she's going,
Should have probably considered what we were going to ask before we did this.
I said this before we cast the spell. Chester, come up with something. What's your name?
My name is Anna Spellthorn.
Anna Spellthorn.
What is your purpose here?
With Grildor being here to roll a history check. Chester, that name ring a bell?
Does it?
Nope.
No.
And Anna Spellthorn, like that.
I can honestly say I've never met this woman before in my life.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm on about history books, but right. That makes way more sense. We found you on the bottom of the ocean. Why was that?
I don't know.
Right. What is your business in this town?
Why would you ask that?
I've never been here. And then she goes, "Kong!" and just falls down to the table.
I deck Chester Decker.
And then and that's when the cleric goes 5, and then she shoots back up. Sometimes they try to trick you.
It worked. And I fucking grab Chester and keep my hand around his mouth.
You got 2 more questions.
Gwendeth, 2 more questions.
Gwendeth at this point comes back in because she was too curious to stay outside and mad. Do you know anything that would be of interest to us? Any secret knowledge?
Her head twists, snaps nearly 360 degrees, then shoots back. No!
Well, that is.
She's like,
I kind of want to ask her if she wants to come back from the dead, but I don't want to ask her that.
Any good reason to revive you in general?
Who were you in that underwater city? Who were you?
I've never been to an underwater city.
I imagine it wasn't underwater when she was alive.
And she expels her last breath and just falls
You
into
cheating bitch.
Well, that was 150 gold pieces well made. Would you like me to resurrect her now?
Yeah, fucking do it. She deserves it for being bullshit with the answers.
Alright, and he places his hand onto her chest, begins casting the spell, muttering the words in tongues, in low rumbles. Eventually, you'll hear what sounds like the gentle sound of whitecaps striking sand. It reminds you of Mokhul slightly, Macra, the way that the waves would rush up against your hometown. And then eventually she goes, her eyes shoot open, turning a bright, vivid, icy blue, rather than the milky white, and she does.
White Walker, kill it!
She just turns her head to the right. It's up from the stone table you'd placed her on, and then just scratches the back of her neck, looks down at the waistcoat that's undone slightly, begins doing the laces up. I don't suppose any of you have incense as she begins touring up her laces.
Not usually.
This mystical man probably does, but can you remember us just talking to you then? Does that translate?
Excuse me? Where am I?
We just...
That'll be a
Oh,
no, then.
We found you dead underwater, and then we dragged you here, cast Speak with Dead on you for 150 gold pieces. You told us jack shit, and then we were like, might as well revive her, so we did that.
I asked the best of questions.
You did not.
Not
I
so
elbow
much.
him dead hard.
It's a curious story, and I'd like to thank you for casting Raise Dead on me.
Yeah, so
Right,
it's
so
kind of
you're-
expensive as well.
You would
You're
like
honest-
to, or you are going to?
She goes, these trousers are a little well worn, and they chafe slightly. I don't suppose you have robes of sorts?
I
we
need to go
can-
shopping now anyway. We'll take you shopping. So you're Anna Spellthorne.
Oh, that is me, yes. Who are you?
I'm Macro. Pleasure to meet you. Gwendeth.
Gwendeth Redford.
Chester
Chester
Decker.
Decker.
You definitely never have heard of him.
Perhaps you've heard of me.
And then you've got a grill that will be showing up in a minute.
You
Oh,
can
and then
roll-
there's a little
roll-
lizard man in the corner there, Xerxel.
You can roll deception, Chester Decker.
She is super... She's been dead before he even was born,
I'm
probably.
going to murder Chester Decker if she knows who Chester Decker is. Just going to put that out there. No one will ever know about him again. The
With
last
a-
memory everyone will have of him is it was murdered by a bugbear.
Oh,
in a
shit,
fucking
sorry,
Neptune
move.
tank top. Jesus Christ! Fuck this game.
Everyone in the whole world has heard of me now.
She's not even in the world. She's literally from the past.
Wait a minute. She like leans closer, gets ever so close to the point when you can smell like kind of the death on her breath.
Ugh.
Are you the same Chester Decker that wrote the histories of Hydras?
The very same.
No way you know him. We found you dead underwater. I am
Wait.
so done with this.
She-
How?
No, you can't be. You can't be. And
It's going to
she
be another
smiles.
prehistoric Chester Decker from 300 years ago. It's going to be your great-great-granddaddy. It's like the reverse of that busted song.
She's like stroking her chin. No, you can't be. What year are we in?
I
What
tell her
year?
the year we're in.
So like 804.
Copy and paste year.
Huh. Oh, so I've not been gone long.
How long have you been gone?
14 years.
Ah, plenty of time to read my works.
I wonder
How
why.
many books do you have published, Chester?
I wonder why he betrayed me.
Whom would I say if I was there?
Oh yeah, well, why would
playing
just
the pronoun
Gwenda say...
Well, I was working with an illithid, a rebel illithid, studying some scrolls that were part of the Neferese histories, and he happened to betray me, I believe. Last thing I know was I was assaulted with psychic energies, and then I was dead.
You'll be happy to know we murdered him.
Yeah, good news and bad news. You can't take revenge. Good news, we did murder him, and we kind of betrayed him as well, because he invited us in
That's
for
a
tea.
shame. He was such an intellect, searching for all the truths where nobody else was. He was a friend, but I can see why he would do what he did. I am saddened to hear of his passing, but I do believe that me wanting to take the scroll to Kroll Mella might have been the reason why he killed me. But he must have been upset that he did it. He kept me, perhaps, gently reposed so that he might resuscitate me when he was done with his research.
Coromella.
Scroll.
Chester, don't we know that name?
No. What scroll? I don't know what you're talking about.
Chester, shut up for a sec. This is your business. Can you please deal with this right now?
Yes, I would very much like time with the fine Anna. If you would, my dear, I would very much like to ask you some questions.
How would you?
That I would, yes. They won't be useless this time either.
I guess we'll get her up and take her shopping now as well, and we can ask her questions whilst getting her some better clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Might make her more receptive to answering truthfully.
Chester will pay.
For
That was
all
paid
of our
back our
clothing?
suggestion of take women shopping and they're happier.
No, Chester, I've pretty much... You have a sister, don't you?
Yeah.
What's her name again? Begins with M, doesn't it?
Maisie.
Maisie. I have met you. You were much younger.
Right.
I'm from Longinia. Do you remember me, Chester?
Can't say that I do, no.
You were perhaps yay high, and she kind of like, even though she seems to be Chester's age now, she like holds up like a maybe about 3 to 4 foot of height and says, "You were quite a. You and Maisie were playing in the back garden."
Yeah. Look, I don't really remember much of you. You might have to refresh my memory.
I knew your parents, Chester.
Right.
I know who Maisie was.
Okay. Look, I'm a... right you are. We need to have a conversation. Definitely.
Yes, I would very much like to meet Maisie. If it's been 14 years, she would have fully developed into the thing she was meant to be. How is she? I'm assuming she's now your age.
Well, yes.
Our age. So it feels weird. Our age. I mean, I'm 20. I think it's 27 when I went. How old are you now?
Chester leaves.
Oh, Chester, where are you going? What is wrong with him? I'm serious.
Oh, we don't know. We've been asking ourselves that.
Well, 14 years. My research is so behind. We need to go back.
Yeah, it's a good
Nah.
couple of foot underwater.
Sorry?
The
Oh, the
whole
whole-
city.
Drowned.
It drowned?
Yeah. Bottom of the ocean.
But Nalhalthia, it's a rich city full of knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, we raided the library and got all the expensive-looking books out, but
Oh,
rest
I've
is
got
really
tombs in my bag.
He smiles.
Drowned.
You took some of the books.
yeah. Well,
she
the
giggles.
expensive-looking ones.
I bet some of them are mine.
Ah,
Well, we-
cool. Yeah, probably.
It's a shame my friend is dead. What an intellectual. What a waste.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, his
sad.
corpse is still there if you ever feel like reviving him.
No,
Yeah.
I believe. But who took the scroll? I'm assuming
No,
you
I-
didn't mistake it for just a piece of parchment.
No, kindling, I think the word you're using for.
You didn't!
It was cold. We'd been swimming underwater.
You can make a deception check.
If Chester
When
was
is that?
there,
I should get advantage for this. We made it for originality there. That was quite smooth. So I'm definitely not passing this not unaided.
Chester would be snogging Macro right about now.
Nope, 13. Probably
Oh,
not good enough
fuck's
for
sake.
hers. More.
She does not believe you.
Ace.
She looks at you and goes, "No, you didn't. You would have recognised it for its importance. Please. Where is it?
No idea.
You don't know.
Well,
One
the
of
two
most
of us aren't really the brains of the operations. We are more
Oh,
of
don't
the...
worry, I can tell.
Looky here, woman. We spent 600 gold pieces reviving you.
Am I meant to be impressed?
Well, you're meant to be kind of nice.
My
about
estates
it.
back in Longinia are worth 500,000.
Well, pay us back and you don't have to be nice to us anymore, but until then...
Get me home and I will.
Oh, so now you need our boat. Maybe be nice to us again.
I didn't even know you had a boat.
Well, we have a boat.
If you get me my incense, I can go home. Anyway,
That might be an issue.
I know 19 teleportation circles. I just need my spellbook.
So, who was it that you work for again? What's her name?
What do you mean, what's her name? I work for myself.
No, you said you were getting this scroll for a woman.
A woman? For Cromella.
Oh, for Cromella. It sounds kind of female. I'm gonna lie.
Female? He's a dragonborn. An ancient, wise sage. Oh, is there anyone in your outfit who has a little bit of brains?
No.
I mean, I know Chester. He would have been brought up in an intellectual household. Fine. I'll stick with you until I can afford to buy some incense. Oh, uncivilized. Where are we?
Okay. Here's some gold. I'll give her just 5 pieces.
No, I need 10.
You have 5. Go to the tavern. Go get a drink. We'll meet you there.
No, how about you hand me some of those coins? I need 10 gold pieces to get the incense. You'll sell me incense, won't you, old man? He looks at her. I am no old man, and no, I will not now. And walks away, and he goes,
Well, the way I see it, we give you the incense, and then you teleport out of here, and then we're out of 600 gold pieces.
I can take some of you with me, or I can stick around and find out what's gone on with this parchment.
Or when you say you know 17 teleportation circles, is one of the...
19.
In the town with the oracle.
What oracle? What are you talking about? The only oracle I know in my history books was Sophia.
Which is the woman we need to go to, Macra? Was it an oracle?
It is an oracle. Yeah, it might be that Sophia. I can't remember her name rightly. But
What is the town called?
Phobos.
Phobos.
Yeah, Phobos, yeah.
And as far as you guys know, you don't actually know the name of the seer. You just know her as the seer.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have ever asked. I was just, it's the seer.
Oh, seer was the word, right? Not oracle.
Oh, seer, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I just went with that. You were saying seer. I was like, yeah.
Look, the only oracle I've ever known is Sophia, the 3rd generation Tinkerton. But she created that entire war, didn't she? Are we after her? She died.
No, we have this little apprentice who needs to learn from her, and we need to get her to Phobos.
I see.
We need a seer, not an oracle.
Oh, Phobos. That devilishly handsome port town?
Yeah, that one.
Nope, never been there. Read of it, though.
Okay, so no shortcut there. Shame.
Where are we? I've asked this 3 times now.
Okay,
Port Arcatil?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're in the pirate city. Welcome.
Arcatil has a port now. The last time I knew that stupid Tabaxi. Oh, well.
No. We already disrespected to him, and he kind of threatened us. So no calling that Tabaxi stupid.
Last time I met him, we used his boat.
You stole it or you used it?
We used it. We paid for passage.
Okay, thank God. Okay. We'll get you dressed.
I'm dressed.
We'll get you.
I just need something on the bottom.
Yeah, we'll get you something nicer, and then we'll get you incense, and then we'll choose a number of people you can teleport, and we'll go with you, get paid for the resurrection, and you're rid of us.
Oh, of course. She smiles. Right, and should we go find Chester? I've got questions for him.
Yeah, we'll find Chester and we'll find Grildar, who is, other than us, the brains of the operation.
Ah, Grildar. That's a fine dwarvish name. I'm assuming he's a dwarvish gentleman.
He is a dwarvish gentleman, and you'll like him because he's just as rude as you are.
Does he have a clan name? Would I know of him?
Ironblood.
Ironblood? Oh, I do. Oh, I've heard of the Ironbloods. Oh, the Ironbloods. Yes.
Everyone has heard about the Ironbloods.
I have met the matriarch.
Isn't she dead, Macra? Help me out here.
Yeah, they brought her back to life.
No. Tisnir is not dead.
I just said they brought her back to life.
Did they? Oh, phew, thank God. Thank the gods.
Yeah, vampires murdered them.
Oh. Alright, let's go find Grildar.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Right, so at that moment...
Also, in between the two.
We'll just have to ask around for a dwarf in a bad mood.
He is actually leaving the smithy and coming your way, kind of like maybe a few minutes later, so... And, Grildar, you do see Chester storming off away from the temple.
Wonder what that's about.
And you see Macron, Gwendeth, leading away the corpse, now alive. Oh yeah, I've got a artwork for her if you want me to drag it out so you can see.
Yes, please, because you spent time just out of the session preparing this.
I did.
I can't believe we choose the rudest corpse to revive.
I don't know. Out of all the corpses we could have revived.
That is the look. I'm assuming you can all see her?
Yep.
We really don't spend our money wisely, do we?
Hey, can you zoom in on it for us, please?
She looks kind of rude.
Yeah, very
She
well
looks
to
kind of
do.
rude.
Kind of looks like the sister in the Dragon Prince.
Yes, kind of. That's actually kind of vibe that I was going for, weirdly enough. You know, the way she's quite excitable and rude, but very knowledgeable, yeah.
I like it.
And she does follow you and goes, I'm assuming this is the wonderful Grildar, Ironblood. Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. I met your mother once during a diplomatic meeting.
Oh, to him, she's nice.
I never actually got to truly speak to her, but I did indeed see her from across the table as we ate.
I see.
Hi.
Griller meets Anna Spellthorne.
Good to meet you.
Anna Spellthorne, scholar, explorer, and historic entrepreneur of Nefari's artifacts.
To catch you up, the Illithid killed her because she wanted to bring the scroll to a Dragonborn something or another.
A sage, a Dragonball sage.
A Dragonborn sage. And apparently she's from some rich family and she knows a bunch of magic circles and she wants incense so she can teleport to one of them. Yes.
Right. The scroll you speak of, what
Yes.
was its significance?
Oh, well, we hadn't rightly translated most of it yet. It was definitely one part of three, a scroll that, when put together, we believe would unlock some ancient knowledge. But, you see, we'd tracked down only two pieces. The third piece we believed was in a monolith, but we'd never actually got the license.
I see.
What do you want this scroll for?
Well, to go in a museum, obviously.
Alright, okay. Maybe we can work that.
Preservation of knowledge and all of that. It's my job.
Indiana Jones type, I like it. Fair enough.
A spellfall never lets the knowledge fall into evil hands. Oh, I see you've come under some sort of jungle
No,
disease.
that's just me coughing. Yeah, I'm kind of sick. I'm sorry.
Oh, would you like me to take a look?
You are actually still diseased, aren't you?
I am still diseased, yeah.
Right, yeah. Let's go buy some clothes then. We'll meet back up with Chester. We'll let him know what you want to do with the scroll, and then we'll tell him this information, and we'll see how he takes it, yeah?
Okay.
Sweet.
I would very much like to speak to Chester when I can.
Where did you want to teleport to? That's my next question.
Longinia, my home estates.
So you just go back home to Longinia then. And what would you do from there then?
What do you mean, what would I do? Well, I would report back to my... I'd report back to the Temple of Books, of course.
Alright, okay. I mean, like, what's your 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
What the?
Have you
5-year plan?
considered rebellions?
Rebellion? What is going on here? Please, may I see Chester and be given some incense so I can summon my spellbook?
I went right back to road.
We'll get you some incense.
Thank you.
Or as Rach calls it, incest.
Oh,
She doesn't even do it ironically either. She was actually calling it incest for a good bit of the relationship.
Alright, blah, 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 blah. Can we please move on?
We're literally on our way. We're waiting for the Dungeon Master to tell us that we've arrived at the marketplace.
Right, so you do arrive at the trade house, and she looks in and goes, "Oh, this place has changed marvellously. I remember when this was just a few market stalls." And she turns to the right and sees all the ships in the bay, and she goes, "Ooh, Cicero has turned this place right into a hub of activity, hasn't he?"
blah, 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 blah.
Ah, I see what you did there. You took my jib and jab and turned it on me.
That is correct. That is exactly what I did.
I know. So clever. So very, very clever. You must feel, I don't know, absolutely intelligent.
No, I've never felt absolutely intelligent. I mostly feel miserable.
I can tell. You do look slightly emotional. May I cheer you up with a slight light show? And she begins using prestidigitation to fire fireworks around her.
I'm in my 120s.
Pretty young then for a dwarf.
Old enough to not be excited by a light show.
Oh,
Can you pick up some pissing incense, lady?
I have.
Right, and I'll pass the guy 10 gold pieces.
Thank you. Now, would you please help me? And she moves to a patch of grass.
Right, what do you want me to do?
She lights the incense with her hand. She uses firebolt, and then the remains of the fire on her hand, she just lights it. Begins putting them in 5-pointed, star formation around her, and begins muttering something under her breath.
Greta, while she does that, I am quite worried that she's just gonna disappear on us and we'll be out 600 gold pieces.
She talks a lot, though, and I feel like disappearing may not be the worst thing. She also wants to talk to Chester, so I don't think she's going to disappear.
But we also kind of mentioned where we're going and what our goal is and who we are.
We didn't say any such thing.
Can I just get a read on her general intentions?
Yep, you can roll insight. As far as you can tell, she's scatty. She's one of those intellects that you've met several times in Mokhul. You know, the scholars that are all over the place, can't handle their brain moving too fast. Speaks her mind before she even has thought about it. Looks like she's a highly intelligent person, but very kind of as if she's had 10 cups of coffee too much.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so really familiar from the university.
Yep.
These kind of people. Okay.
And she finishes her ritual, and in front of her, the book that you see in the artwork, a blue book with what looks like a diamond in the centre, is summoned in front of her. She goes, "Oh, Bayoun." And she picks up the book, opens it, and begins casting again.
Whoa, lady.
Oh.
I'll grab her arms.
No, and it takes only an action, so she finishes.
Oh, bastard.
And immediately, 45 pounds of food and water just begin to summon around her. She goes, "I am famished," and begins eating the food. And around her, she goes, "Quick, join in. Don't let it go to waste." And everyone is just walking onto the grass and eating the picnic she summoned.
Okay, I'll start eating with her. It doesn't look like she's disappearing until she talks to Chester, at least, anyway.
No, the food's pretty bland, but, it works.
It works.
And as she's eating, she's stuffing her face, and she's like, "So, Makra,
Hello.
I assume you are something to do with the Ra tribe, correct?"
Yes.
Oh. It's...
The former Raw tribe.
Oh. I was going to say, it does speak ill that you are not in the Theoboan Ranges currently.
Yeah, kind of got decimated, then got forcefully enlisted into his army, and then worked in the harbour. So
The God King.
yeah.
Pretty much an arsehole, if I remember correctly.
King, go die! That was
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
contribution of the session.
So, I'm just... I'm done.
Done.
Eating?
Yes, done eating, of course. That's what I meant.
Okay. Do you need more? Do you need clothes now? Or some leggings or something?
We still need to give you something presentable if we're going to the dinner today, Makra.
Ah, shit, yeah. We'll kill them 2 birds with 1 stone then.
Oh, a dinner?
Yeah, it's with the cat that you said that you didn't like.
Ah.
I
Oh,
guess you can
Cicero?
still come if you want. Yeah,
Can we
Cicero.
go?
Yeah.
Can we go find Chester?
Yes, we'll go. I don't know where he's gone. Let's go get some clothes, and he might be in that area. He normally does some retail therapy.
I can find him.
Find him then, yeah. Do it.
Be our guest. And while she does that, Gwendis is just going to the market stalls and buying a linen shirt or something to wear to a dinner.
She wanders over to a nearby tree, snaps it, and then goes, "May I borrow one of your daggers?"
I hand her a dagger.
She cuts down the top, forming a sort of fork, bends it slightly so it doesn't snap, brings her hand up, it glows, casts a spell, and then she goes, "He's over there."
Okay.
I just cast a locate object spell on his quill flute.
That would be
He
quite...
does have a quill flute.
That is quite intelligent to do as well. Makarov finds the medieval version of a Hawaiian shirt and thinks it's the peak of fashion.
Yeah, I can see it. I can actually see it in my imagination. All right, so Chester, we're going over to you. What would you have been doing?
He went straight to the wreck.
Yep.
He's currently surrounded by people telling the biggest, shittiest story he can think of with a drink in hand.
Which is funny because he was in a giant pile of shit a while back.
Yep. As you are telling the story, you see that some members of your crew here. Darioso walks through the door, stares at you, listens to you finishing the story, and goes, "Chester."
Darioso. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good. What's wrong with you? I've come in here for a quick parchment quencher, and then I'm heading back.
Me too, good brother. Just a shocker from the past. Wasn't expecting it. I am composed now.
Puts an arm around you. Anything you want to speak about, Chester?
No.
Are you sure? You know,
Well,
Vivian is getting on my nerves, so really, let me let you in on a secret. I'm here getting away from her.
in that case, we can get away from women together. Come and have a seat. I'll bite around.
Now you're talking. And then he begins telling you about how Vivian wants to leave straight away. She wants this mission over and done with so she can go home and all of this. And he's like, but we are kind of bound by the kids, It's difficult to leave when Macra seems to be going on all of these, side jobs.
My good man. I know and feel your pain, and I understand the need to straight through. Perhaps when he gets back, we can talk to him together. Together, we could be quite persuasive.
Yeah, perhaps. And the longer we stay here, and the longer Macra, Grildar, and everyone put us in danger, the more likely Vivian is to use that shit inside her and get herself killed.
Right. We don't want that.
I mean, she started telling you the story, right?
She has. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to our next installment.
I wonder what she's told you so far.
Yeah. Enough to worry me.
Yeah. See, I knew her parents, right? And I promised I'd look after her.
Fear not, Darioso. For your welfare is in our best interests, and we shall sail true.
Problem is, she kind of has her mother's attitude, you see. And it's going to get her killed one day.
I know that one. I know that one well. But all we can do as stalwart friends is protect her, should that time come.
Well, I'm both protector and killer of her, so...
Right, you are.
And he
Don't think I'm there.
He points towards the sword on his back. He says, if she ever decides to use it unlawfully, so to speak, or she opens it up to the point when it can escape, I kind of have to put her down. I swore an oath.
To her?
Her mother, her father, the Order of the Mantis, the Atlanteans.
I pray that time never comes, my friend, but should it, and should I be near, I will stand by your side, and I'll pat his hand.
That's good to know. Most of my friends from the old days are dead, and I used to just wallow in despair about it, But it seems it's not so bad making new friends.
Not so bad, and there are still some old, although it would be good not to see Chad for a good 10 years or so.
You see, Chad ain't really my friend, he's the son of a friend.
Right.
Who actually recently passed. The only one left, really, of my old crew is a dwarf, and he's getting a bit grey now. Good old Sam he is.
Time. It'd be good to know your secret one of these days. I'll boop him on the nose. Boop!
Do you really want to know what happened, then?
Like none of us have even given a shit so far about why he's so old.
I would love to know.
Well, you see, in my younger days, I had this thing about, sleeping with multiple women, and I ain't proud of myself. But let's just say, because I've got 18 daughters, but let's just say that I was sleeping with this noble lady, this Nasian, right, from my home city. And she said, do you wanna eat? Do you want something to eat? And I'm like, of course. of course, after you've, pumped away, you're always hungry. And she brought me up this platter. She said her husband had bought this really expensive apple. Anyway, she hated her husband. So we decided to eat it together.
And the result of that was this.
Well, as far as I know, she's now in her 110s, and I'm now 120-something. And I ain't died yet.
I must say, I'd be intrigued if I did not feel it would be a terrible curse. No offence, Darioso.
Well, it's funny, right? Because even into my 80s, I was still a bit of a cunt. And I seem to have matured in my 120s, so I think really I've got the spirit of an elf.
I would say and argue that true. Perhaps me and you could talk about a book deal at one point. Darioso's daring, dangerous, dastardly... Trying to think of an adverb here, help me out.
You know who I miss most? Nicholas Mamano. What a first mate, eh? What a first mate. Couldn't have asked for a better man.
Can't say I know. Another round, barkeep.
Yeah, and he's like, goes into nostalgia about his old crew, tells you about an old Captain Ravenfawn of whom betrayed them, and, he also
Chester's got his notebook out halfway through.
And he goes, and in the end, it didn't even turn out that Ravenfawn was the big bad. We all thought we'd get up there, we'd cut off the head off of our old captain, and that'd be it. Nah, it weren't. Turns out he'd been in league with some demon or devil or fiend, I don't know. They all come from the same place, don't they? Anyway, yeah, he turned into this big flaming fucking creature. All of us fought for our life. We killed it.
That is a true tale. And very, very publishable.
It turns out that, Ravenfawn had been in league with, Amelia's grandmother, the one that you knew.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and her name was Sophia. She was a bit of a bitch, really.
Well, good sir, it was a delight knowing your tale, and you distracted me from the task at hand, which is exactly what I ask. Perhaps we should do this again sometime.
I'd love to tell more of my tale.
Excellent. Most excellent. Now, I need to probably hide somewhere else.
Hide? And at that moment, the door opens with the Gwendef Macro Grildar Anna. Oh, there you are, Chester. And that's when Darioso snaps his head round and goes, oh, what the fuck? And just goes, they found us.
Well, Chester makes his drink.
She's your problem now, Chester. And Gwendolyn goes immediately straight to the bar, as far away from that woman as possible.
I thought you would. Oh, hello, Chester. Can we chat?
Right. Yes. Come, have a sit. Excuse my temperament earlier. I wasn't expecting your questions.
No, of course not. And for that, I apologise. Obviously, you wouldn't expect someone like me to just turn up. Ask me questions about your family, of course.
I have some grave news for one who may have known my kin.
Oh. No, please don't tell me.
Ah, right. Will not.
No, literally, please. Hand me a copper piece.
Right. Slide her over a copper piece, although it pains him.
She casts Detect Force, and then just stares at you. Oh, I see. I'm so sorry, Chester. And she leans in to give you a hug.
Ah, yes. It's not the best. What can I do you for? A friend of my family? I will help you as best I can.
I didn't know they had passed. I knew they had taken her in.
Oh, no, they, yes, they were happy for a time. Plans are meant to change and all that.
I had a book on how to defeat celestial armor in the library, right? But by the looks of your thoughts, you've already got it. Oh.
I have seen it. But I have my own machinations on how to dismantle it.
Did you want to hide the fact that you've got the scroll from her?
He would have as a natural cause, yeah, for the moment.
Okay, do you want to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, go on then, nosy bitch. This is where it needs to count. Otherwise, Chester's going to roll 84 on his persuasion check to get the entire bar to beat the shit out of her. Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Jeez, 16 is a save. Well played. Yep.
How can I help you? Not that this conversation isn't nostalgic.
Darius's deeds. That'd work way better.
You're still thinking Akra in the corner, really.
It's quite odd with ones with the letter D.
Yeah. I'm now getting images of what had happened to Maisie, of course. I don't know what you plan to do, but if I go home, I could do some research.
That will be most kind.
But I have a feeling you're not going to give up here, are you? You're going to keep going.
I have some friends here. They tolerate me as best they can.
You're going to keep going until you find a way to fix this.
I'm very close, actually. I already have the start of what I need.
Oh, well, the tenacity that you show reminds me of something. Reminds me of someone.
Oh. Ooh.
That does not matter. What matters is I'd like to accompany you, Chester. I'll help you any way I can.
Right you are. It is awfully kind of you. Are you sure? Did you not have plans to go elsewhere?
No, but I do...
I've been underwater for the last 14 years, so they've kind of all been washed away.
Boom.
She says, I have spells that may be able to help you and your friends. I'm not a very powerful wizard. I don't tend to throw fireballs and destroy things. But what I do have, and I lack in firepower, I make up in intelligence.
Ah, well, I shall be glad to have you. And the last person Makra brought to the crew was a prick. So, I'm quite happy to have you aboard. Gwendeth seems happy to build the crew.
Boo!
Why do you hate me, Gwendeth?
It's just very unfriendly.
I didn't mean to come off that way. I apologise.
And I tell you what, I shall even pay you a healthy amount from my own coffers.
Well,
for that incense of yours, if you can help me make sense of your book here, because I can't make heads or fucking tails of it.
Which book would that be? The How to Defeat the Celestial Armor?
Yeah, the Celestial Armor one.
Absolutely.
Of course. We will require several ingredients to be able to do it. And even then, it won't be guaranteed. The reason why I was doing the research is because I know of an ancient artifact encased in such a thing.
Interesting. And what's that?
Huh. I gotta keep some secrets held to heart, don't I, Chester? But what I will say is that if she is covered in this stuff, then... I mean, the only way to do it would be to reunite the scrolls.
Oh?
Scrolls. Which ones? Pray tell.
Well, I know that one was in the possession of my friend, the Illithid. I don't know where that's gone. Kroll Meller guarded one with his life, and I also know that one is in a monolith somewhere.
Can I roll insight on her?
Yes, you can.
Thanks. Boop. Fuck.
She seems to be honest. She doesn't seem to have any time to think to lie when she speaks. It just comes out of her mouth in a cascade of words.
Can I tell you a secret?
Oh, please do. I love secrets.
That, my dear, is my plan A.
Oh. Oh, Chester. Sir, you plan to reunite the scrolls.
I plan not only to reunite them, but I plan to cast it.
Then the smile drops from her face.
Ah, fuck.
So optimal choice of words.
What were the choice of words there? I'm going to what with it?
He's going to cast it.
Cast it.
So
he wasn't there when she previously told us she's going to put it into a museum so no one casts it.
if there is a requirement, or perhaps something you wish to paint over, as it were, you might want to get your requests in now.
Whoa. No, you can't cast it. You don't have the ability.
I'm afraid, my dear, that if our little experiment with the book does not work, then nothing shall stop me.
But What were you planning to do with it? I mean, remake the world?
Nothing so crass, my dear. Nothing so crass. But perhaps a little tweak on the magical strings, as it were. A little nip and tuck here and there to suit our purposes.
She nods. I see. You plan to use it, what, on such a minor detail as saving your sister? Lover?
I feel
Whatever she is.
that might be all it's good for. Although, perhaps, along the way, I might pick up one or two more little to-do things. It's not as if there's a time limit.
Wow. Your brain is so little.
No. It must be left to a small purpose, I feel. It's not called a folly for no reason.
But... She's gone silent, and she goes, well, of course, I'll come along with you and help. And suddenly she's all smiles and cheer again.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, just so you know, between me and you, and I'll lean in, I've told you this, and the others don't know. So, if you do anything to betray me, I'll cut your limbs off, eviscerate your spirit in fiction, dump you back into the ocean from whence you lay, and this time I'll make sure that no gentle repose spell reaches you. Is that okay?
You can roll intimidation.
Jesus, Chester is
This is
scary.
why Chester's really good at winning people over and then very good at losing.
Absolutely boom.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is
Oh, fuck's sake.
You can use any inspiration. Remember, I gave you a full
Yeah.
bar.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I was actually just about to say it as well, just to save myself some time. I was saving up 3 just in case something bad happened to me, but that is bad.
You
Let's
need
make
to
it a
re-roll
20.
again now and see if he's using
Yeah,
that.
you do need to re-roll again.
Oh, do I? What is it? Just a reroll? Is it?
Yeah, if you'd
Yeah.
said to me beforehand, I'm using inspiration to get advantage, I would have given you the 23, but you didn't, so you have to roll again.
Okay. Can I use another one to get advantage on this one?
If you want to spend 2, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's an important roll.
Okay.
Plus, I'll do the catch up next week and try and refill it.
Nice. Okay, yeah, she leans back. I believe you, of course.
Excellent. Most
But it won't
excellent.
come to that, because I'm going to help you. I can't wait to see what happens.
Good. And in return, if there's anything you want, snipping or perhaps replastering, then just, let me know and I'll put it on my list.
Incense. I need tons of incense. I have a spell which allows us to gather information. And your friends could obviously use it. It just costs a lot.
Oh, silly me. Silly me. Let's go shopping. Because we're going to a party tonight, my dear.
Yes, a skirt will do. And I guess she goes to hook her arm in yours.
Let us away. Gentlemen, see you later. We're off to buy incense and skirts.
Have a good night.
Lock
No,
yourself
fucking
out.
floral silk shirt.
Yeah, okay, so you've got a floral silk shirt. Grildar and Grandef, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Macra, Darioso, you, me, pre-drinking.
Of course.
Alright,
Nope,
Dario.
from my side.
Sorry, what was that?
No preparations from me.
Alright, so yeah, Darioso's like, yeah, drinks. Okay, so the evening goes by. Chester, what would you buy from the shop? You see that you need to negate 18 gold pieces because Anna picks a very expensive dress made of samite with gold trim, and then she buys like what looks like a bonnet of some sorts with a netting over the top, and then
It's
a mantle.
Okay, bitch, I'm bowling. So
I
18.
think we already asked this, but I have a scale of 3 to 18. How fit is she?
Well, you saw their artwork.
Oh, right, so literally is that artwork. Okay,
Yeah.
then. Yeah, she's probably a 16 then, if not.
And then how much for the incense? I'll buy some of that as well.
She coughs and says, to cast Legend Lore, it costs 250 gold pieces.
Okay, right, you are. Anything for you?
Perhaps you should save your money right now and then pay for it as the event happens.
Right, you are. Yes. Okay. And I'll put all the platinum back in my purse and spill some and then pick it back up again.
I do believe this could help find the monolith that you're after, though.
Ah! You paid for yourself 18 times over. Did I buy the incense as well? How much was that?
Did you want to?
Yeah, I may as well.
Alright, so it's 250 gold pieces for one
Oh,
casting.
that, I see. Well, did she not want it straight away?
She says perhaps we could buy it when we leave, so that, you know...
Well, yeah, we'll do that.
Right, okay.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're all going to the dinner?
Yes, we are.
Alright, so you're all situated at the far end of the long table. You're
Sorry, as
new.
in we.
Yeah, you're new, so you're not going to be sat right next to the Shah like you were when you meet him for your daily updates and stuff like that. And he sits on his throne, served by scantily clad Genasi women. And there are multiple captains that have sailed in for this dinner. And you notice there are about twice as many ships as usual, all with all kinds of flavourful different colours, flags, and different types of crew and captain. You're situated at the far end of the long table. And the dinner goes by much without a hitch. It's one of those social events where you guys get to meet the other crew members. None of them seem to be that important. However, he does, halfway through the dinner, introduce another pirate lord, another Shah, that has sailed from nearby, from Breaker's Cove. He is a dark-skinned male human, muscular as fuck. Like, we're talking, like, matches Makra, and Makra's a bugbear. He wears something that you could expect in a Roman gladiator's attire, with like a breastplate that is shaped to look like muscular abdominal muscles, even though when he takes it off to sit down, he's got even more muscular abdominal muscles underneath. Yeah. And he has two very large great axes on his back that is taken by his slaves or servants the moment he sits down. He is bald as an egg, except for the very dark scarification that runs across the back of his head down on his back. You see it runs all the way down and crisscrosses with some natural scars that he obviously got some from sort of wounds. And at one point he does stand, you know, knocks cups with a few other of the captains. And this is when you realise he is allies, obviously, with this Shah. Known that some of the Shahs have, like, rivalries. And he sits down by your table after introducing himself to everyone else. Hello, my name is Barker.
Barker, with a crunchy spice, how are we?
The crunchy spice. Oh, wait, you're not joking?
We point to the dog curled up in the corner. Yeah, he named it. We thought it was cute.
Ah. Well, they call me Breaker, but you can call me Barker.
I think we will do.
Right.
How's the evening going? You enjoying the hospitalities?
I am getting very drunk. And the Shah here, Cicero, is a friend. So it's always a pleasure to meet captains and the crew under his patronage.
Yeah, we're one of the newest ones. Hence why we're sat down here. And probably you can tell.
Yeah, but I thought I'd come see you anyway. Introduce myself. If you're ever in and around Breaker's Cove, you are more than welcome to come join.
No, we're sure to make a visit. It's been a pleasure.
Is the cove named after you, or did you pick up the name Breaker because of the cove?
It is named after me.
Very impressive.
No, it is not.
I mean,
Do you know how I got the name Breaker?
I'm assuming you broke something.
I did break something, dwarf. What do you think
break
I
the
broke?
ship.
No. You see, let me depart some wisdom. And you realise as he leans in, the crow's feet across his eyes tell his age of probably a human in his mid-50s. Despite the oiled, smooth skin and the rest of it makes him look kind of muscular, makes him look younger. Look, you'll get nicknames not from the deeds that you do in this life, but the stupid shit that happens to you when you are a stupid child.
Right you are.
I leapt from one deck to another. I was an avid fighter in my younger days. There used to be a rule. The first man on enemy deck gets triple shares. I fell between two ships and it broke both my arms. Breaker.
Huh.
It used to be broken. Barker the Broken. But when I began breaking backs, it changed. But no one remembers the back breaking.
Oh, okay.
They all remember the skinny young dark lad who fell down between two ships and had both his arms twisted out of their sockets.
Oh, you did well to come back from that. Got a cove named after you. Done very well.
Yes, I did all the work.
No offense, but that is a funnier story.
I know, and I don't mind sharing it. You should have heard me scream when both of the doctores pushed my arms back into their sockets. I screamed like a wailing siren. And you know, I fucked a siren. They do wail.
Do they?
One pertinent question, perhaps showing our inexperience as sailors, but where exactly is Breaker's Cove?
East from here. You are currently on the most western island of the Wepway Waters. If you head east from here, slightly northeast, you'll find Breaker's Cove, hidden among the red cliffs.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess whilst you're in the area, is there anything you want us to do for you whilst we're in the area? I don't know how it works with Shaw's. I don't know if we can allow to do anything for you, but then you're allied with him.
You are... The rules state that you are welcome to sign another charter of another Shah that is allied with your current Shah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Well, maybe not go that far, but is there any just odd jobs or something?
Not really. Breaker's Cove has UNT problem just like everywhere else, but...
well, we are experts in the matter now.
I heard.
I imagine you've seen it.
I have indeed seen the Gorgon head.
Is there another Gorgon on your island? Because I feel like we're going for the full distance on those.
I wouldn't know.
Ah, it's a shame. Dragon hunting hasn't been going well, so I've been considering transitioning to Gorgon hunting once the last black dragon is dead.
Ah. A worthwhile endeavour, of course.
You have killed more Gorgons than dragons at this point, fair. I think
that is not correct. In theory, I was part of 3 of her children dying. I was on the ships when we killed them.
But how old were you?
That was in my 60s.
Oh, yeah, okay, then I guess that's still alive.
I mean, I've been after her for 80 years.
Alright, fair enough then. Still more dragons than Gorgons then. Not long. We'll beat that soon. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, and I'll shake the...
And yeah, he gives
his hand.
Warrior's handshake for you, Macro.
Sweet.
And he stands. It's a pleasure to meet you, Grildar.
Likewise.
I have heard of what you have been through. I respect a man who sticks to his ideals.
What else do we have?
You keep up that ideal of rebellion, and you'll go far. If you stay alive long enough.
Well, it's always a challenge with what things have been happening, but thank you for the sentiment.
Of course.
I'll try not to get killed too much.
And you, Gwendeth. Good luck in your dragon hunting, eh?
Thank you. I'm thinking I'll need it. Most people aren't very confident that I'll do it.
Who is this dragon you are seeking?
Have you heard of Lady Greenridge?
I have heard of Lady Greenridge, of course. Everyone has. What a beauty she is, they say. Wears green, has slender hips, and
dragon.
Ass like a vase, they say.
Dragon.
She's a dragon. That would explain the reptilian anger.
I threw a chair at her.
Ha! He laughs and then looks at you seriously. Wait, you threw a chair at Lady Greenridge? No.
I did.
I
would have preferred to shoot her, but I was in the middle of town.
You are a brave dwarf, Gwendeth. I'd like to hear about your exploits when you are done.
I'm sure Chester will release a full book about it where he writes down that he did it. So you can read about it and just supplement his name with mine.
It's already in editing.
He does turn to Chester then and says, "It's a pleasure to have met you too, Chester. Of course I have heard of you.
Of course.
Stories make their way across the waves.
Excellent. All the best ones do.
He nods. I still am not, a man of quite as much flexibility as you put into the sexual compendium.
It comes with time. If you look to the back in the glossary, there are a load of exercises you can do day and night to improve that.
See, I already stick a lot to my katas, so I don't know if I should really change.
Try the pretzel. It's a good starter.
The pretzel? Sounds exotic.
It is. Longinium, I will have you know.
Never been, but I am always a fan of the folks from Longinia. Hey, I have received news that there is a fleet being built in Longinia.
Is there now?
Yes.
Oh.
I have had ambassadors already. They want to use the Webway waters to station their fleet.
A naval fleet?
Have you not heard?
No.
I thought you and your crew would have heard by now.
Oh, do tell us.
Bretonia and Mokhul are at war. Declared not few days past.
Right.
Yeah. I guess that automatically lands us on one side of that then. It's gone from a rebellion to being part of a war.
What do you mean, part of a rebellion? They say that Bretonia teamed up with the Phoeboans and killed the Methuselah.
Well, that would do it. Jesus.
They have got Amelia Tinkerton, I believe. They got her imprisoned. But, Bretonia not take too well to that.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Maybe we'll drop the kids off at the seer, and then we'll probably have to go pay Bretonia a visit, I feel like.
With post-haste, I feel.
Right then. And Macro downs the rest of his drink. Just gets more beer in.
Yeah, he does stand and say, "Good evening to you all."
Been a pleasure.
The moment he leaves your table, you see two guards flank him as he begins walking along the other tables. It looks like you guys actually have a higher rank than the side tables, which will look like slaves, servants, other less important crewmates like first mates, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, George does lean in and say, "Yar, Barker, what an honor."
Is it? Sure, we are very honored.
Yar, he's a legend. Not so much in his younger days, like he said, but he's a bit of a legend now.
Big lad.
It wasn't always.
Wasn't always.
Some
On
say,
a scale from a normal pirate to trustworthy, where do you think he's situated?
well, the point is, he's a breaker of most things, even oaths. I mean,
that is suboptimal.
I won't be surprised if next year Cicero and him are at the edge of his necks,
I just think we should really stick out of this pirate stuff as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's much good to come from it, but we do own a pirate ship.
Well, we own this ship. It's really, a ship is what you make of it.
Yeah. Piracy does sound fun, though.
Okay, so the night goes by with you guys basically, drinking, going through tons of revelry, singing, dancing on the tables. There's shows.
I'm falling asleep by 11 o'clock, I imagine. So we got absolutely rat-ass last night. It was in the middle of the night. We went drapesing through the jungle.
Gwendeth is still diseased.
That is true. In fact, you no longer have your resistance to alcohol, so you, for some reason, are getting very drunk very quickly.
Oh yeah, you've not got.
At some point, Gwyneth just has George carry her back to the ship so that Frank can have a look at her.
Yeah, of course. And when he puts you back in the sleeping hammock in his own quarters, he sits by the table, begins pouring himself some drinks, and just speaks to you for the rest of the night. When you fall asleep, he puts the quilt over you and leaves.
Oh, George is such a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he just?
Okay, so Grildar, as the night progresses, it's roughly about 11:30, just before midnight, and the moon is full, when a dwarf approaches you. The dwarf has a satchel with scrolls, and he says, you Grilda?
That I am.
Your uncle wishes to see you, yeah?
Very well. Is he here?
Nah, he's at his smithy. He says to come on down. You'll know what that means?
Does. That I do.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. I got messages to deliver, so, yeah. On your own time, and he leaves.
Yep, and once things start dying down a little bit, I'll head over there.
Alright, so you head over and you notice that the halls with all the smithies and anvils and sporges lining this hall is dead. It's still got kind of a lessened humidity to it, and you approach that side door, which was open, head down the switchback stairs, and you realise the door is slightly ato. And as you open it, you see that he's got ever-burning torches with green light lighting the entire back cave. We're going to call it the Ghoul Cave, because he's called Ghoul Coalshield. And you hear, Grilda! Come on in, I knew you'd come.
Very well.
And you can see he's done some work. That ship, he's cleaned most of it.
Okay.
And he looks a bit crazed, a bit tired, a bit exhausted. And as you approach, he throws down some rigging for you to climb.
Yeah, I'll head up on it.
Come on up. And it's a fine ship. It's slightly bigger than your current ship. It's like a longer, elongated sloop. Weirdly enough, it has no mast, no mizzen mast either. And he nods at you, and he's just got a big yellow-toothed smile on his face.
Yeah, I'm just looking around, confused about how the ship works.
He goes, come on up to the wheel. Let me show you.
And I do.
Yeah, and he shouts, Coalshield away! And it echoes down the cave. And then eventually you hear
look at him and squint.
Yeah, you hear some rumbling. And in front of you, moonlight. A sliver of moonlight appears, and then it begins to blaze into the cave. And he goes, it's been some years, Grilda!
Right.
Oh, wait, shit. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I don't suppose you got any attunable slots.
That I do.
Anyway, you got a spare hour?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was at a party. I wasn't exactly doing anything important.
Alright, well, put your hand on the wheel here.
And I will.
And say, Coalshield.
Coalshield?
Okay, so immediately, as you say it, boof, your mind expands. Suddenly, you just disappear from your own body.
You are the ship.
Yeah, and you become the ship. You hear... boof, 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 the steady, rhythmic thumping of a heartbeat. And that's when you realise this ship that you are currently trying to attune with is not a ship. It's a living being. Immediately you are, taken out of it, and you see that your uncle's having a snooze, and he was smoking a pipe, and there's the scent of tobacco leaves in the air, and immediately he goes, oh, you're awake! You'd been gone for an hour, just inhabiting the ship, and suddenly you feel absolutely attuned to this ship, and you know her name.
Which is Zephyr?
Yeah, Zephyr. And you hear a voice, he dared call me the Tornado.
I take it you didn't like it then.
No. Are you another Coalshield?
Well, on the father's side.
Okay. And then Ghoul says, what does she say? Has she missed me? Tell him no. Tell him he's a cretin.
She missed you, alright? And he chuckles.
I thought she would. I'm pretty sure she was in love with me most of the time we were out on the seas.
Yeah.
Now, are you to be my new master?
I take that as the situation, yes. I think it was a gift.
Okay, so at that moment, metal sheets beside the wheel slide apart, and 2 wooden sticks come out with handles on the end. Then she says, "Well, take me for a ride, big boy."
Wow.
And Adrian's gone.
You're right, and I will.
Alright, so you put your hands on top of these like levers, and as
See
you
how
bring
she
them,
flies.
and immediately you get because you're attuned to it, you know how she works. And Arne, write in your character sheet, you are now the proud owner of a land ship.
Very good.
And that is where we will end today's session.
Woo! Lunch it.
Right, we will be back next Thursday.
Land ship.
We did it early this week, but we'll be back next Thursday, 7